Okay, so we are live, and tonight we are continuing our campaign in the Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea system. The players are, or characters I should say, are in Zambala. Um, they have been here actually for a while now. It is the 17th day of the 8th month. So I think that you've been here just a little bit more than a month. And you found some adventure and excitement. And we're going to start off in your haunt, the Saturn's Luck, which is a small tavern. You guys originally were staying here when you first came to town. Now you're kind of upgraded and have your own little space that you're renting. But you still come here in the morning to have some pomegranate wine and kind of get yourselves organized. So we will start off in the morning of the 17th day. I'm just going to go down the line. You guys can control your characters and let me know what they're doing. So I'm just going to start with Nikki.
Anesta, after being baptized in the Temple of Rel and going out and buying a couple of a silver dagger and a couple of silver tipped arrows, spent her night carousing and just drinking and enjoying still being alive when so many others aren't. And she is looking forward, well, not looking forward, but is anticipating the trip down the river to possibly a dead god's temple. But right now she's just kind of eating and drinking in the inn.
Excellent. Kenneth.
Uhtred, in his frustration with our last battle with the zombies and not being able to kill them and having to run from battle, he's been rather down on himself, feeling like not like a true warrior. He's been gaming with the gladiators at the arena a bit and trying to watch every step he makes because he doesn't want to screw up now that he has a new fan, Kassan. And he's just been hanging out with everybody else as well.
Excellent. How about Rush?
So Ultan, and you have to forgive me, it's been 2 weeks. I don't remember exactly what happened, but Ultan is still looking at these pieces and parts of this treasure map that he got. He's still kicking himself in the rear for the carousing episode where he's pretty sure that he acted outside of his faith. So he's kind of just been, keeping to himself a little bit, doing a lot of praying. And essentially he's prayed to Yunde and asked to be forgiven. And basically, to please impart greater wisdom upon him, which has happened in the form of new spells as he's leveled up. So I rolled randomly for those. So he's gained some new knowledge, some new wisdom, and now he's just kind of prepared to be a better person, to be a better cleric, and to be a better companion to his friends, and not try to cause as much trouble as he has in the past.
Excellent. Tony.
The imposing woman sitting there, it stands 5'11". Her blondish, almost white hair, sometimes with the light as it reflects off of it, is sitting there with a large smile on her face this morning, and she's shaking her head, and she looks over at Panesta and she goes, those guys that I was drinking with last night, they work down on the docks, and they say some of the silliest things. They told me that they talked to the owner of this place one time, and that everybody always messes up the name of his place. and they told him he should just call it the Saturn's Duck, because duck on water, because they work down at the docks. But that's silly, isn't it? That is Brighill the Imposing, the warlock.
Excellent. And through, I guess, your fame in the arena and from drinking, you guys have, Odrid's fame, I should say, you guys have picked up a new companion. So, Crystal, tell us a little bit about your new character, and how they kind of came to be with this party.
Yeah. Kasan, one night while out drinking and having a good time, managed to run into Ultan, and Kasan, being a kind of new convert of Rails himself, enjoyed having discussion of the gods and philosophy of nature and such with Ultan, who invited him to go treasure hunting. And so, now he's here. Hey guys, I'm excited to be a part of your group. Thanks for having me along. I promise I won't be too much of a bother on all of you. Try to be a little light on my feet. And that's Kasan Fergus.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, so you guys, like I said, are in the Saturn's Luck. There was different things you were discussing last time. You had explored the mausoleum, of course, and recovered some interesting loot there. And then when you came back, you sold the staff that you had found, and you went back to get maybe some more information on some of the writing, or to do a little exploration to see what else your magician friend could find. And also went out to the oasis that you guys had kind of skirted a few times before, to find that is, I mean, while if you were walking through the desert and dying of thirst, it would be certainly a place that would look be a sight for sore eyes, as they say. But being that you're not so far from the Zambala, the fact that it's kind of muddy and the water is not the cleanest, and it was infested by a crocodile, which you were able to slay and help out some of the local slaves. Wasn't much else going on there. So you had gotten some information, and I believe that you were considering using the map that Olten had found to explore further up into Hyperborea, and kind of give Zambala a bit of a break for the time being. But is that still what you want to do? And if so, if not, I should say, what is it that you want to do? There's still that the Warlords Palace. I don't know if you want to go back to the other place that you were run out of because you couldn't hurt the monsters. And of course, the old man in the desert that didn't seem to remember you when you went back the second time. So what's the plan?
I mean, I'm game. Ultan is definitely game for the river. He was not very keen on facing the evils of that other place again at the moment.
Yes, the boat. I believe the boat was what we decided tentatively.
Yes. Yes.
Right. You'll need to put down 800 gold pieces so you get a boat.
Yikes.
Which, of course, you'll get back, assuming you return the boat.
I mean, unless you guys want to storm the Caravanserai and kill Aramis, just saying.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean,
I was certainly in better
what would
shape.
Rel do, I'm here with Ultan. Whatever Ultan says we're gonna do, that's what I think we're gonna do.
No, I think we're doing the river.
Do you not dress yourself every day and feed yourself? Are you expecting Altan to do that for you too?
Like I said, I just kind of live life one day at a time. And right now, I've sold Ultan. I would help him with his treasure making.
Oh.
Don't worry, Golden Goddess. I'll help you out too.
My name is Brighild. You may address me by my name. It is Brighild.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
I look
Well,
over.
I just
Pretty women, you know.
I look
yes,
over.
I just want you to get it straight now before we head out. I mean, if we're in the middle of battle and you're running from something and I have to protect you, I will. I don't know. I'll call you something.
I look over at Brighild and I say, yeah, but they're very, very lowly. And I was like, yeah, but it's not completely wrong though. And I like cock one eyebrow.
Well,
And then I go about my business.
she leans over to Altan and she goes, "Well, he's not quite as handsome as you are. And those clothes, I mean, where did he get those fancy clothes?"
I just answer with, there are a few who are.
Of course.
So, and I go about getting my my things together. 800 gold for a boat. My God. I start mumbling something under my breath about Vikings who probably build a boat for less than that.
Well, I guess myself and Uhtred, we could go and force their arms behind their back and maybe get them down a little bit if you want us to.
No, I'm just saying. Sheesh. That's like legal robbery.
We got quite a bit of money from the sale of the staff, Ulton. What did you do with yours?
Okay, that's not fair.
I'm just asking.
I spent it on my date with a snake man.
That was totally fair, actually, she says. She says, well, I still have some gold left, so I can put up a few hundred of it.
I can as well.
What about you, new kid on the block? Do you have money?
Do I have money? Look at this. And Kassan puts like 2 gold pieces on the table.
They see him rolling.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3 gold pieces on the table.
I mean, it's more than you guys had when you came to town.
I just kind of look up and say, I can't say anything. I go back to packing my bag again.
Hey, Rel didn't start off being, an awesome god with lots of treasures, right?
Oh, you worship Rel, Kassan?
Indeed, I do.
I just got baptized yesterday.
Ah, yeah, congratulations. It's a great ceremony.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, just living my life as Rel would. What would Rel do after all?
Well, in my experience, mostly be cryptic and unhelpful, but we'll see.
Perhaps you have not been speaking to the same Rel that I have.
Maybe not. We'll see now that I'm baptized if things, if they change.
And how long have you been in this city, did you say?
Oh, I came in with the last caravan, actually. I did a little bit of singing and dancing there.
I don't remember you.
Pretty sure that we've all probably met before. It's a big caravan, though. Lots of people there.
Okay. So did you want to, I mean, you could also go by land if you would prefer to do that. It would just take longer. You know that, do a little screen share action. Right, you know that basically this lake right here, the location that you're looking for is somewhere kind of on the, would be the, I mean, as you're looking at the top side, which I think is actually east. So, you know that you could take a boat in and go across the lake and get to it quicker than you could going up through the desert. But you certainly could take the desert as well and walk. I mean, the boat is faster, basically, though it's a bit of a longer journey.
How long
And
a
of course-
journey would we know?
It is, let's see, 1, 2, it's 3 hexes, which is, I'm looking, so you can go 36 miles a day, each hex is 20. So you can go 70, well, let me see how far it is exactly. I'll tell you right now. Just look at my little map. A hex, I think, is 25, 24. Okay, so it's just about 70 miles. And you can move at 36 in the boat, which is about twice as fast as you can move on foot. So I think it's 1, 2. It's basically 3 hexes either way when I'm looking at it. 1, 2, 3. So it's about the same amount of miles no matter what. On foot, that's about a week. On the boat, it's about 3 days. Yeah.
Out of
The last time
character,
sorry.
you just said that we could rent a boat though, right? And then like,
Yeah, you rent the boat for 800 gold pieces, which is basically what it costs to buy it. And then you're going to pay like 3 gold pieces a day in a rental. And then when you return it, you'll get the 800 gold pieces back, apparently, assuming that you return the boat and you don't trash it.
with 3 gold pieces a day, Kasan's covered then. That covered my 1 day of the trip for me.
Yeah, if you do the wagon, it's the same kind of thing like you did last time. I think a wagon was like 300 or so. And you would need to, again, put down the money just like you're going to buy it. And then the wagon was I think 1 gold piece a day. That's what we figured out.
Ridicule sits back and crosses her arms, and she goes, well, I spent a lot of money that I shouldn't have spent. I mean, I have some left, but the new kid here doesn't have any money to help us out right now, which I understand that. Don't get me wrong, but $800 or 800 gold that's a lot of money for 4 of us to come up with. Maybe we should just get that wagon. Y'all said y'all know a guy that leases wagons. We could just take the wagon and go on vacation.
I will just point out that I don't think any of you besides Uhtred were here for this, but the last time we tried to take a wagon somewhere, we got attacked by a bunch of slaves, and we had to come back before we even completed our journey.
Well, would you ever face slaves, or would you ever face one of those sea monsters that may come out of the water and eat us and the ship, and then we're really going to be broke?
So that is a point.
Just, putting it out there.
Wait, those sea monsters that turn people to stone? Like the kind that Uhtred so easily handled in the arena? Which was an awesome job, by the way, Uhtred.
Thank you.
And also you don't have to rent a wagon, I should say. I mean, you could also just walk. I mean, you rented the wagon last time because you were pretending like you were what would you call it? Merchants. But obviously you could walk too.
What about you, Oltan? Do you have any words of wisdom you want to share on your thoughts?
Well, sorry, hold on. Oh, there we go. Well, I mean, nothing other than what's already been stated. If we take the wagon, if we walk, it's incredibly slow. If we take the wagon, it'll be a little faster, both of which are more dangerous. Or you take the boat, which is far more expensive, but less work, and we'll get there faster. The river trade here, I mean, how is the river trade here? Is it a bustling river trade? Are there boats up and down the rivers at all times? Because if there were sea monsters attacking boats all over the place, then one would think that the rivers would not be traveled. But if the merchants here are traveling the rivers regularly, then one would have to think that apparently the sea monster problem is not much of a problem. But it's hard for me to say that because I was a fool with my money, and so I'm not able to I'm not able to help out. So it's like if I vote for the boat, I'm also voting for other people to pay my way.
Here's the thing you got to ask yourself in situations like this, Ultan. What would Rel do?
I don't know.
Why do you
not,
keep bringing it up? He has nothing to do with Rail.
I do not follow the god Rel.
That's true.
Wow.
But, I'm just saying, you're a cleric, a man of the gods, though you serve one particularly, of all of them, right?
I mean, I know of him, yes. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave this one on you, my friends.
Well, I don't think either way is going to be without its dangers.
I mean,
So we just have to decide.
Yeah, if we bring the boat back, we do get the money back, correct?
Yeah, assuming it's in the good
Okay.
condition.
Well, it would be the same with the wagon too, I believe. Is that not right?
Correct.
Yes.
And like I said, you can just walk. And I'm looking now. It's actually slightly faster to walk than it is to take the wagon, because wagons aren't particularly fast. It's just more relaxing to take a wagon.
Well, in my brain automatically thinks of like a Wild West type wagon thing, which is faster. But yeah, remember this is not the Wild West.
Well, it's just bigger. I mean, it's faster than. I guess it's faster because theoretically you can go longer, but just using the actual, just the numbers that are here. You get a wagon is going to be pulled by horses too, which means you're not going to be tired.
Yeah.
Which again is not mechanical anything, but as far as role playing purposes, it's certainly nicer to ride in a wagon than it is to walk. 75, 80 miles.
You know what Rel might do, Kasan? Rel might flip a coin. Should we flip a coin?
Sorry.
I like the way you think, Pinestra. And Kasan will take a coin and say, heads, we shall take a boat, and tails, we shall go by foot.
Well, wait just a moment, new kid. You have no money at all, so why are we leaving the fate upon you? Why are we leaving this fate upon you? I want Uhtred to be the one to flip the coin.
All right, so Uhtred will flip the coin.
Okay. So we'll say I'll just roll a die. High will be heads, I guess, whatever that is. So high is what? You take a wagon, and low is you walk. You take a boat. That's what you want.
You got a snake head and a snake tail on the coin.
Right, exactly. It's actually an 11, so it's a wagon. That's how the coin comes up. Whether or not you want to, would Real follow the coin?
Right. That's the question.
I'm going to say yes, most likely.
Yeah.
Well, the coin has spoken.
The other thing too, so just to give you some just numbers, I mean, depending on money, you can't. I mean, with the wagon, you rent horses because that's the only way you build a rent a wagon. But if you just took riding horses, and you don't have a lot of weight, that's actually even faster. That's 36 miles a day. So actually, you get there in 2 days, just like the boat. But you have to buy horses because nobody's going to rent you a horse. So if you want horses, I mean that kind of horse, anyways, you can rent draft horses. But
How much are horses?
that's
Or camels?
Camels are. Soon camel. Oh, camel. There we go. Yeah, a Domdary. Is that I say Domdary? The riding the single hump ones. Those are also as fast as a horse and can carry more weight. Let's see how much they cost. There must be how much does camels cost list here somewhere. Under equipage, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's on page 125.
Yeah. All right, livestock. So you want to buy some camels. 100 gold pieces for a camel. A riding horse will run you 75. A little cheaper.
A lot cheaper than a boat.
Yeah, and then you get to
You
keep them.
have to buy like does that include like the stuff needed to ride them or
No, you'd have to get the attack and harness as well.
Still
So you'd
cheaper
want
than
to
the road.
yeah, harness single animal is well, actually you're probably going to want for riding. So it's 10 gold pieces basically for any of the animals.
Boat was 800, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, camel's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, if you
Lot
bought 5
cheaper.
camels, it'd be 550 to get 5 camels with the riding equipment.
Is it-
Brighill, does camels sound good?
She looks at all of you and she goes, "We rode horses back in the plains where I'm from, but yes, I will try a camel."
Camel's
Yeah,
a
I mean, you
fine
could-
animal.
The advantage of the camel is obviously it doesn't use the water. You're not going to have to worry much about water with it, and it can carry more weight. So that's the advantage of the camel. They are slightly more expensive, of course.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you can definitely buy camels. They deal in camels here, that's for sure. 5 beautiful camels can be sold to you for the beautiful price of 500 gold pieces. And of course, your riding. Hold on. Does somebody want to like negotiate? Somebody with high charisma, maybe.
Kasan has a pretty good charisma. He wouldn't mind negotiating with these people. He's done his fair share of negotiation. Unless someone has higher than a 14.
I do not. Actually, do I? No.
I have
Go ahead.
15, but they're not really gonna negotiate after what happened in the bazaar. So you go right ahead.
Yeah, so you get the camels, and you tell you, well, these are great camels. Best price.
I can. Oh, go ahead.
500 gold pieces each, and we have these beautiful saddles and tack for 10 gold pieces. So we'll give you the whole lot for 550, and that's a bargain.
You see, I see that, and these are beautiful animals, no doubt about it. Great harnesses too. This is the thing: we're buying in bulk. Couldn't we get some kind of bulk discount? I mean, how many people come along every day saying, "Hey, we need 5 camels"?
Well, typically the caravans buy between 15 and 20 camels a day.
And the caravans come every single day?
No, of course not.
That's what I'm saying. This is
Are you going to come every day? I'll tell you what.
we're here today.
Pay full price now, and then when you come back tomorrow, I'll give you a discount.
You're a shrewd negotiator, my friend.
However, because I am super nice, I'll give you some water skins for free. Because I like you. And he gets out 5 water skins. He says, the camels don't need a lot of water, but you need water.
True. Quick question, out of character, Daniel. What about saddlebags? Did like the harnesses have saddlebags on them? or-
No, saddlebags are 3 gold pieces
Okay.
for a pair.
What if instead of the water skins, you throw in 2 saddlebags for us? It's water skins we have.
Do you?
You
You have enough water to get across the desert?
We will.
Are you sure? I will give you 1 saddlebag, but no skins.
So who here can afford to buy their own camel? And who can't?
Can't afford to buy lunch.
Oh, you saw how
Basically,
much gold I have, friend.
Yes. A fully set up camel is going to run you 110.
So Kasan and Alton are walking, right?
Pretty much. Yep.
I can afford. Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah,
I can-
if they walk, they will in fact slow you down, just so you know that. I mean, they can certainly walk.
I'm just joking.
No,
I'll Brick Hill will put up the money for Altan's camel. That's 220 for her.
And I will take care of my fellow follower of Rel and put up for Kassan's camel.
Rel would be very impressed with you, Vanessa.
And even though Brickield has the magic water skin, she's going down to the market bazaar and buy extra water skins for all of them too, seeing that the new kid screwed that up.
Okay.
Yeah, you beat me to that. I was going to say the same thing. I will. I'll buy saddlebags for everybody though.
Okay. You get one set. You don't have to buy 4.
How much were the saddlebags again?
3 gold.
Okay, so 12 gold. Or no. 15 gold.
Yeah, that way you don't have to wear a backpack. You can put your gear in the business saddlebags. Kind of awkward to wear a backpack where on camera. Well, you know, poor adventurers gotta do what they gotta do. All right.
Yes, they do.
Well, now we can just beat feet out of here if we feel like it eventually.
Indeed.
We got the ways to go.
But you don't have to come back, right? You can just go.
Yeah.
What about food for the camels? Do we need to worry about that?
For the amount of time that you're going, probably not, because you're going across it's like a steppe desert, so there's some grasses and stuff they can eat.
Okay, just wasn't sure.
So you don't really have to worry about that. If you were going for a longer trip, you probably want to take something just to be safe. But even if they don't eat for 3 days, they're not going to die. They probably won't like you very much, but they won't die.
Ugh. Gonna spit at us and everything.
We're gonna cut them open and crawl inside for warmth anyway.
Ow.
Already? You haven't even left yet. You guys walk up, it's like one camel's dead.
Yeah.
Richard's inside of it. It's like we're still in.
I told you it would work. I need to go get another camel though.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly eat a camel too, or sleep inside of it or anything. It doesn't get cold. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I found something good.
First wandering monster.
Maybe.
Shit.
Very good. Very good. Very, very good. I see how this works now. All right. So you got that. It's the morning. Do you want to leave today? I mean, keeping in mind that it doesn't actually get dark, so you can leave anytime. It's not like your body generally likes to sleep, of course, during the hours that seem nighttime. But you could certainly leave now and then travel get a full day's travel if you'd like.
Let's go. Let's head out on the highway.
Yeah.
Right.
I see no reason to linger.
Excellent. 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 Excellent.
On the highway, looking for adventure.
I'd like to buy sunglasses for my camel, please.
Sure. So you have a map. You also have a barbarian. So it shouldn't be too hard for you to negotiate your way through the desert. So you will move through this. Let's see what anything exciting happens.
This way, guys.
The barbarian. So basically, at the speed you're getting, you'll actually get there in 2 days if you just motor. Okay. So let's do a quick little thing here since you decided to take the desert. Because, you like to mess with me like that. Actually, I got to roll this first, I guess.
You probably had Loch Ness planned for us.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you are traveling along, through the desert. It is, being the time of day that the year it is, it's the summer, so it's in the low 60s and it's of course sunny as noted. You actually see, you're in the desert, the big open plains. So you do see like off in the distance as you're heading this way, and you know that it's actually going to Zambala. You actually see further to the east, coming from the direction of Thorium, you actually see a dust cloud, a large dust cloud as you're kind of settling in. You can tell that off probably 50 miles from you, maybe, you can't really see it because you just see the cloud coming up, is a very large caravan moving in the direction of Zambala as you're moving the other way. But you go through the first night, and again, it's bright out, so you sleep though as best you can. And as you're kind of approaching, you can actually see the lake off in the distance. It's maybe just a handful of miles away from you. All of a sudden, and it's pretty surprising because none of you really knew it was going to happen, and clearly, it suddenly gets quite dark. And you turn and you can see that there's an eclipse happening. And this was not on the calendar.
I heard a legend about this. They call it the hateful place.
Yeah, I mean, this was not on the celestial calendar. And there seems to be a very, very it's actually strangely fast, because normally eclipse takes a little bit to build up, and then but maybe like within 10 minutes it's gone. It's almost like you're unsure if it even happened. But other than that, nothing unusual.
Yeah. Other than that,
Oltan, do you have any words on that? Your gods have said anything to you about that?
they have not. I was just about to drop to my knees and pray and ask Yunde if she knew what would cause such a thing, but it is gone. But I will meditate on this tonight. For sure. It is a strange omen for the sun to be blocked when it is not.
Maybe it was a sign from Rail.
I would not know.
Rail works in mysterious ways.
Okay. But yeah, it seems quite strange. But without further incident, by the end of that day, where you're getting tired and you need to rest, you can see this, relatively large lake out in front of you. You hadn't been able to see the river for a while, because of course you were following the river at first, and then you kind of took the shortcut. Essentially, you didn't go all the ways around like the river goes. And you can see it's a very large body of water. It's some 20 miles across. I mean, it's a lake. It's big. And there are some small settlements around the edges of it. No big cities or anything, but you can see there's like a few small kind of villages. I don't know if you want to try to go into one of them, or if you just want to kind of like camp out in the desert and do your thing without interacting with people. That's up to you.
Would it not be best for us to maybe make camp close to one of those little villages and get fresh water and food?
That sounds like a good plan, Breakhild.
Yeah, so you kind of move, they're all the same to you. I mean, for the most part. So you go towards the closest one. It's half dozen buildings set up. They seem to be set up on. Go ahead. What'd you say? Oh, okay. It's like about a half dozen buildings. They seem to be raised up on like little bits of stilts, even though there's no water on the ground. It's dry. So maybe you would expect, especially maybe Uhtred would realize that maybe this during certain rainy seasons, maybe the lake overflows into this area. And you can see that even though obviously you're coming, there's a desert because you're so close to the lake. There's a bit of a fertile area around. You can see some trees growing, some fruit trees, that is. Small gardens, and there's a few little docks kind of stretched out into the lake with the small boats. And it's near the end of the day, so maybe you're just seeing some people coming back off the water with nets. They've done like their fishing, and they're bringing it to the shore now. as you approach, it looks like mostly common mix, people.
But they don't look like slaves or anything.
No, they don't look like slaves. They look like they're common. They're not the. You're pretty far from Zambala at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wait and find out whether or not we are going. Where are we going into the village? I assume, correct? Or
I thought we were.
okay.
Yes.
So, the first thing that Ultan would do is ask to speak to their local priest and inquire about the eclipse.
Okay. So you kind of come up, and again, these houses are like they're kind of like almost a straight line, essentially, with a little bit of a bow, maybe, with the docks kind of at the center. So you kind of go through between the houses to the front, past the gardens or whatever. Maybe you see a few children or whatever, but most of the men are kind of doing the fishing, and they're kind of pulling their, like I said, their catch up. And when you come forward and an older man kind of straightens up and walks forward and introduces himself as a Carr. Travelers, welcome. I am Carr, the village elder.
Oh.
You probably can't tell because I look good.
I chuckle slightly and extend my hand to him, and I introduce myself to him as Ultan McRoss. And I asked him, I say, I am a priest of the goddess Yoon Day. What deity do you serve here, or what deity keeps watch over this place?
Well, we tend to take what we can from the gods. We serve any god that will serve us.
I see.
Mhm.
So the reason I sought you out was, as we were riding across the desert, we noticed the sun was blotted out for a period of a few short minutes in an
Yes.
event that was not upon the celestial calendar. Did you happen to see that here in the town here?
Yes, we saw it. I don't follow such things, and yes, we did not expect there to be such an event.
Yes.
It doesn't bode well.
It does
not
not.
bode well.
It does not. I could not agree with you more. But I was just wondering if whoever the local holy man here, which is my understanding to be you, would have any kind of insight on the whys, or is this something? I am not from this part of the world. I don't know if this is a natural or a regular thing to have happen here, or is it some form of dark magic or some form of light magic?
Well, you know that the gods, as a holy man yourself, you should know that the gods like to play their games with us.
Some can be fickle, yes.
Yes.
Yes, some gods can be fickle. But let me ask you, friend, have you ever heard of Rel? Because Rel accepts everyone.
Yes. Trickster. I do not think that Rel has the power to blot out the sun. Maybe to pick my pocket. Or to sour.
Brickhill starts laughing. Let's have a hearty laugh.
I see. Well, if you have no insight as to the reasoning behind such a thing, then we shall leave it at that. And I extend my hand back to him again, and I thank him for his time.
We would normally, in these situations, make sacrifice to Zaquaqua. Zaquaqua. He says it correctly. But since you're here, perhaps you could preside over an offering. We have a catch, of course, that is brought to us from the inland sea here, and of course we would be happy to share.
What is this offering that you seek to make?
The fish.
Oh, the fish, of course, of course. I
Burnt off.
assume out of character, this is probably something that Yunde would probably, that a priest of Yunde would probably be very used to. Being a
Yeah,
nature god.
yeah.
Okay. Then absolutely, I will assist in any way that I can.
Mhm.
I'd be more than glad to preside over an offering.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they take they take a portion of the fish. If you have, probably like a third of it, unless you want more, and kind of set it aside for you to do whatever ceremony you're going to do. The men basically go kind of clean themselves a bit, and they come back with the families. They start to stoke a large kind of communal fire that's kind of between in the arc of the buildings, so they can they cook as a group and all that. If you did need to, like you had mentioned, refill your water skins and stuff, of course there's water here. They show you which the springs that come up from the ground that feed the lake is where they get the fresh water from.
Is there a tavern there, like for food and stuff too, or?
No, I mean this is like 6 houses, but they're
Okay.
going to give you food. They're basically just offering you to eat with them.
Well, if we are making sacrifice to the gods, perhaps we should have music and dancing. What say you? And Kesson will take out his pan flutes and offer to play a tune.
You're going to dance to a pan flute?
You have never heard me play a pan flute, my good sir.
I have not. You are correct in saying that.
Brighield is going to look and see, do any of the fishermen or anything, any of them have spears? They carry spears?
They don't have any on them. I mean, you might have noticed on the boat there was some like harpoons that have like the hook on the side for the nets, but they don't. The fish that they catch are small, so they don't use them for like stabbing. As far as you
She's
can tell
going
me.
regardless, she's going to give them lessons in spear training for exchange for the food.
Okay, sure. Yeah, there's definitely some young men that would
Yeah, I'm sure a couple of them's probably handsome to her.
Yeah, they're probably maybe smaller than you are. They're common men, but they're I'm sure there's some that are attractive. Yeah, but you can do your ceremony. They're full 10.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess they gather the fish. Are they offering it as like raw fish into a fire, or?
Well, do you want to ask them what they normally do?
Yeah.
Yeah, what they normally do exactly. They they basically normally cook all the fish as if they're going to eat it, and then they take a portion of it and they throw it into the fire.
Okay.
They don't throw it in alive. They cook it first. They prepare it as if and then as they're like filling their plates with the food, they put some on plate and then throw some and then put some on plate.
Okay, so it's like a feast, and then they also offer. Okay, yeah. So
but they're open. They're pretty the plains here. They take what they can get. So if you have some other ceremony,
no, I'll let them do it their way, and as they fill their plates and off and throw these fish into the fire, I'll of course take my helmet off and probably take off my chainmail so that I'm just kind of like wearing a shirt, and I'll offer a prayer to Yunde, and as they're casting the fish in, and I'll pray to Yunde to accept this offering of fish and from these people, and please, as they give this offering, we ask that you cast down your guidance, your protection, your goodwill, help to keep them safe, and to help their bounties continue to grow. And and then I'll offer my own fish in as well. And I'll ask for protection against the darkening of the sun. It's just stuff like that. Just ask for a basic just pretty much ask Yunde to put his blessings on the town and the people.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So you do that, for maybe, when they were cooking, you probably did the training stuff, and it's everybody's gathered around. And oh, Brighild, you actually notice as you're maybe sitting down eating, or maybe some of the children, the young men are asking you questions about, or talking about, very excited about the training that you gave them. You kind of notice, like, off into the desert a bit, you would notice like this like glow. At first you think maybe it's like a fire out there or something, but then you realize it's kind of small, and it almost looks like very large for what it would be, but like red kind of glowing eyes. So you kind of focus your vision there for a second, and you see a figure. It looks like it's probably somewhere around 10 feet tall. It's covered in dark hair. It's hard to make out its features too much, except for the fact it's definitely humanoid, and it seems to be staring in that direction. And as soon as you kind of like recognize and see it, it drops to the ground, and then behind the hill, and it's gone.
How far was it away roughly? I mean,
A
judging.
couple hundred yards. It was pretty far out, and out towards the desert. So that's 100 yards, maybe as far as somebody would see something normally.
Yeah, she's going to find Uhtred, and she's going to sneak up to him and whisper in his ear and go, "There are creatures out in the desert. I just saw something that I was trying to adjust my eyes to, but it was very tall on two legs and it went down on four and ran off. I don't know what it is. I've never seen nothing such, but we need to keep our eyes out. You may warn the others as silently as we can for now."
Uhtred would quickly stand up and belt his sword back on. He had set it, obviously behind to the side of him or something while he was sitting down eating with everybody else. And he would ask what direction, and then maybe kind of wander off that way, just a short distance, and just kind of keep an eye.
Yeah, you can do that. You head out, and again, it's not dark or anything. So you walk past the buildings, kind of out into the desert, maybe halfway or a third of the way out there, kind of scanning the horizon for a bit. Nothing it doesn't come back as far as you can tell, at least not right away.
Being a barbarian, might he have any idea what it could have been? By that description that he was given?
I mean, it could be any number of. I mean, it could be a bear. I mean, it's hard, at the distance. It was hard to say. Tall and hairy could be a lot of different things. Without seeing it yourself, I don't think you really have a very good idea.
What about if we asked, like, if Brighild would ask some of the Fisher boys, if they have any type of creatures that come in and steal their fish?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they say that there's some animals, but if you start describing it to them, that doesn't sound familiar. But actually, Oltan. If you described Oltan, right? Eventually.
Yeah, I would eventually tell everyone.
Oltan, you think it could be this. I'll give you some information, which is not actually a good sign.
Of course not. Why would it be a good sign? Oh, it's a Penesta. No, just kidding. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I was looking at the screen and she popped up and was like,
Huh. No.
Everyone run. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's all you could think of based on the description.
Hmm.
Although very unusual. Although you would know, I mean, that Leng, they're often seen in Leng, but that's some 500 miles from here.
Yeah, that shouldn't be here.
No.
Okay.
What is it exactly?
Here, do you tell the rest of us what your thoughts are after Brigio tells you?
So are we all together when you're telling me that? I'm assuming we're all going to probably eat together.
Yeah, this happened when you were, during the dinner. So I mean, I
Okay.
guess I'm assuming that Uhtred eventually walks back.
Yeah.
If you feel that that's
So as we're sitting there and I hear this explanation from Big Brighild, I just kind of look over at her and I say, you are sure of what you saw?
Well, I was trying to adjust my eyes, but yes, it was on two legs at first, and very, very tall, much taller than me, and much taller than Uhtred also. And then it went down to four legs like an animal and scurried off.
I have heard of something like this. The old tales tell of a creature that my people call a wendigo, and it is a large and bloodthirsty, and it matches the description of this creature that you tell us of. It's it serves the hold on to make sure I say that. Yeah. There are some that even say it serves Yathaka, the god. Um, what makes no sense is that it should not be here. This beast dwells in the snows and the Arctic winds of the tundra. It should not be this far out into the desert. Um, so along with the disappearing sun, the presence of this creature is not natural.
Well, it was probably just one of the bears or something come down from the hill smelling the fish then.
Eh, while we have not traveled long together, I I trust your eyes and your judgment, and you say this thing had glowing red eyes. That is not. I mean, I have seen my share of bears. Um, I'm not so sure there's many bears in the desert either, but what you described to me is like no bear I've ever seen or heard of. It would be very difficult to mistake what you saw for a bear. I understand you being dismissive of it, but I do not like this at all. I will eat my dinner, and I will pray.
I'm gonna ask Wultan, do you think it would attack the village itself with all the people? Or is it more of a, have you heard, is it more of a solitary?
I am told that it tends to it's Yathaka is like my own goddess. Um, Tends to not stray to the evil or good, but it tends to prey on the lost and the damned.
Oh,
So if it considers these people to be either of those, then I put nothing past it.
Well, what if it's the new kid? Maybe he's lost.
It could be. I mean, Whether it is or it is not, we've brought it here. If you say that our new friend is possibly the cause, which I tend to doubt, um, we've brought this evil to this place.
Well, it is very strange that these weird things happen as soon as he joins our party. I mean, the sky darkens, and now we see a beast that should not be anywhere close to here.
Yes, but this is also the first time we've left the city of Zimbala as well, so there's any number of things that could be blamed on this. I've heard tales of snake men. I've heard
Mm.
zombie, the undead rising. It's not exactly like this is the first time something strange has happened in our presence.
Well, we will keep the fires stoked and the spears and swords sharp through the night.
Yes, most animals at least are afraid of fire.
Mm,
Keep the fire burning.
indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can do that. You can either like camp out by the fire. It's not particularly cold. You know, it's like in the 60s. So you've been sleeping in the desert the last 2 days. If you want to camp out by the fire and keep it going, that's fine. You know, the village will. They would rather be inside. You know, they're not fighters, even though you just train them on things. So, but they do tell you that if you want to go inside, they would give you a place to stay if you would rather not be out there. But if you want to be out and keep the fire going, that they are also down with that too. It's up to you what you want to do. They're trusting in you as a priest to guide them. But you know, assuming that that you want to stay outside, you definitely can do that. You know, they have plenty of wood. You know, they collect it. They say on the other side of the on this side of the lake, there was a great forest that died off many years ago. But the wood, those standing dead, never rots. So they say that they go across the lake and collect like trees. So they have tons of wood. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, so you definitely can do that. So you guys are gonna stay outside and do that?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, Brickfield is.
Yeah, I would stay outside. I don't want to be surprised in my bed by a hairy Wendigo monster, says Panesta.
No, only a snake man.
Yeah, right.
He beat
Yep.
me to it.
Opened myself right up for that. Oh, I'm gonna
You
get
did walk right into it.
Yep.
All right. So do you want to do? I guess probably most people will say we do like 3 shifts. So who's on first?
Uhtred
Uh,
will take first shift.
Second
Panesta will go second.
and last.
I'm going to stay up with Panesta if that's okay, like both of us, since we're both female.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's 5 of you, so you can definitely. And in the extra shift, the couple of the villagers will stay up with that person.
Yeah.
So I guess that's actually.
I'll take a first shift with Uhtred, but I'm going to spend my second shift. I want to try and spend it deep in prayer.
Okay.
For the sake of basically just asking for some guidance on what the hell's going on.
Okay. So you're not going to be able to, not going to sleep much, so you're saying. So we'll, if you're going to do that, then you'll need to make some kind of Constitution check in the morning to make sure you don't have any penalties.
Okay.
If you don't get enough sleep.
Now,
yeah.
the spells that I have, I mean, I don't have to do that. Do I have to pray for those every night? Well, I guess I can just do that. Okay.
Not if you have a cast. No.
All right, cool.
No, you're fine with that. And I
So-
guess you're.
During our first watch, Uhtred's gonna kind of talking to Altan kind of quietly for a second. He's gonna say, "You know, we're not lost, but Panesta slept with a snake man. Is it possible she's damned us?"
I just kind of look at him with this, like, oh my God, look on his face. And then they'll be like, well, that's a terrible thing.
You're a godly man. Maybe Would you know? Is that possible?
Anything's possible, but she does follow Rel, and Rel is, from what I know of him, he's more of a, take your chance, do your own thing kind of thing. So the only one who would damn her would be Rel, and I don't see him being the type that would for something such as this. But I am not a follower of his, so I don't know.
She's new to following this Rel. I can't believe he would hold that against her.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you for your wisdom.
What little of it there was.
Okay, yeah. So you guys go through. I guess the last shift would be Kassan with the town, with the villagers. But you guys go through your shifts. You don't see it again. The night is actually pretty quiet. Yeah, it's actually getting to that time of year. I think I didn't check the actual calendar, but I think it gets dark now for like 15 minutes or something. So, it gets darker, but there is actually a total nighttime for about 15 minutes in the middle of the night. And you don't hear or see anything unusual beyond what you would normally, think that you'd see. You keep the fire stoked. In the morning, the villagers come out. They're up super early, to do their fishing, and they see you there. It's. You can hang out in the village. I guess they're all some of the women and the children are going to be around, but the men are all going to go out and fish. So if you plan on leaving, they bid you, best of luck and everything, and thank you for the training and the prayers, and they go out to do their thing. They can't live their life worried about Wendigo, as they say.
We tried to walk out where that Wendigo was and see if there's any trail possible to follow.
Oh.
Or anything left behind.
Yeah, so you go out to where you think that maybe it was, and you notice actually that there's no track at all. Like you don't even see like any normal animal track. It was a bit windy, so you think maybe that's why, but could also be, something supernatural. There's not even like any tracks. Like you would expect to find some tracks, even if it's not from that. It's like nothing.
All right.
Which is unusual, basically. Cool. So what you want to do?
When Uhtred comes back and tells us, he didn't find any tracks, Brickhill will look to Altan and go, from what you know about this beast, is it have some type of supernatural powers that it can remove or take away its cover its tracks?
Hold on. Looking to see what I actually know. If it does, it is a predator. So it does prey. So I don't. Anything is possible.
All right, good enough. Maybe you should pray for us before we leave out this morning.
I will do that very thing.
Cool. So go ahead and make just a test of Constitution as well.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Not.
That's going to be, let's see, Constitution.
Cool.
Oh, 2 out of 6. Is that what it is? Shit.
Maybe. Which?
It's not very good. My Constitution's only 10.
That sounds about right then.
I got a 5, so I think I failed.
Yeah, you're pretty beat. So you're going to have just a -1 on stuff today.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I would ask Ultan. Sorry, Daniel.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I would ask Ultan about the map and where he thinks the temple is relative now to where we are. Because it was near the lake, wasn't it?
Yeah, you would think when you look at the map, Voltan or whatever, and then compare it with Uhtred looking and using navigation skills, that you would travel along. You're basically in the middle, like in the center of the lake. You would travel up to basically the top of the lake and then head off, kind of basically almost back towards Zimbala in a sense. But that's just the smartest way to go, so you don't get lost, because you never find it just walking to the middle of the desert. You think that you could probably get there by the end of the day. Like it's no more that. Well, actually, you're on the camels. You can get there pretty quick. You're moving 36 on the camels, so you could get there in it's like maybe 20 miles at max for you to go. Probably closer to like 18. So you think like half a day travel, you can get there.
Okay.
Plus.
So I'll pass that all on.
Awesome. Yeah, is that what you're gonna do? Head out there.
Maybe that's what we came for.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to delay unless someone else.
The only reason I think of that worries me is if this Wendigo does anything while we're gone. Like if it shows up in town while we're off gallivanting. That could be bad for the people.
Well, maybe it is after us and not the people. Maybe we have some type of curse upon us.
This is very true. Very, very true. Well, I leave the decision to you. Again, I leave the decision to you, my friend.
I say we go. We could wait forever for this thing to come to the village.
Also a point. Also a point. So, all right. Well, if we are to do this, then let us be on our way.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So you say you give your farewells to the village. They don't seem overly concerned. They're very much with the feeling that if the gods will something, they can't really do much about it. So they go off to do their fishing, hoping for the best essentially. And you guys head off. And as you're kind of traversing the outskirts of the lake, you do see a few other of these little villages. You would imagine, based on just the conversations that you had or whatever, that they're almost to call them villages, or it's probably like maybe 3 families that are distantly interrelated too. And you get the feeling, and when you're talking to them, that essentially all these little villages that are around the lake kind of, as the children come of age, they basically intermarry and stuff, so that that's kind of how they keep the civilization going out here. So then they trade, so they're all very friendly with each other. And again, you traverse it. Everything looks they mostly seem to be fishermen. I mean, you see some people that seem to have more gardening than others. There's even one that has kind of got like a small grove of trees, like maybe like a few dozen trees, which is kind of a lot, that seem to be growing fruit. But you go past all that. And then when you get to the edge of the lake, you kind of get your bearings and you turn and you head out into the desert. It's pretty sparse out here, so anything is easy to see once it pops up. And you do see something that sticks out to you. There's some stones that seem like they may have been standing stones at some point that have been toppled, because they look kind of, from the distance, they look kind of squared off, though they are broken and shattered now. And growing out of them, you see some kind of very some desert plants, like desert trees kind of come out of it. So it's almost like an oasis in a sense, but no water, at least as far as you can see. So as you approach it, you can see that you don't have any magicians anymore. You had a magician for 1 second. You can see that, yeah, I mean, even just maybe with the clerics, even with the clerical or whatever, or the purloiner, or even the bard, you can see that these are certainly some kind of standing stones. As you get closer, they definitely are. They're where they were probably squared off. They've worn down with the winds from the desert, so they're quite ancient. Even where they were clearly snapped and broken, with time are kind of smoothed. So that would take a long time to do, like probably before the Green Death. And as you approach, you see they're in a rough circle. Again, all of them are broken and crumbled down. But as you come up, you can actually see that there's one that you actually think is probably like a stone, but as you approach it, you actually see that it's kind of just a very large stone, and kind of cut into it is basically it's basically a rectangle. It's a doorway essentially, and written around the outskirts of the door, around the entranceway of it, are some kind of arcane runes, and there seems to be stairs going down to the ground. The door, it's not a door, it's a doorway. I should be clear, that's open. Yeah, it's shaped like a skull. So basically, it's almost like a kind of a doorway in the ground going down, and you can actually see the tunnel that it's going into looks very kind of rough. Like it doesn't look like it's cut by man, but there are stairs that are proper stairs in it, going down into the darkness.
And we don't recognize the runes at all.
Not if you're not a magician. You're a bard. I'll give you a chance. Roll a d6. I'll give you a small chance because this is going to be very difficult unless you have something that specifically would help you.
Yeah. Oh, 3.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, you would guess you're a bard. I mean, it's probably either some kind of a ward to keep something out or to keep something in. If this is, a tomb, which it is. But you don't know what it is.
Okay. But it is what we were looking for, that's what I say. Most likely.
Yeah, it would appear that way, yeah.
Uther to get off his camel and kind of find some place to tie it and draw his sword.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's some like desert plants here, so the camel starts to nibble on the tree or whatever that you tie it to.
This is it. So, shall we go in?
Yes. Sorry, I was dealing with a mouthy dog. Yeah. So Olton would get himself ready to go. Tie off his camels and all that. And again, repeat the same comment before of this is what we came here for.
Okay. Uhtred, roll a d6.
3.
Okay. You see that there's actually sign here of a fairly recent sign of horse tracks. They seem to have come through, and you can see that because kind of when you're tying up your camel, you can see like if an animal is tied up in one spot, it kind of makes like a certain, because it's standing in one spot, an area. You can kind of see that, and it looks like it was horses, and probably within the last week at the longest.
So he would kneel down and he'd do that thing, where he kind of takes his hand and kind of sticks his fingers in the hoof marks, and he'll say, "Someone's been here recently."
So insightful. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The dog agrees.
Well, we knew someone else wanted the map. Right, Olton? So it doesn't surprise me if there might be others.
Yes. Yes, the men who tricked me. Who
Right.
must have tricked me. I hope they tricked me. I don't want to talk about it. Yes. Be on your guard. I pull out my moose-headed warhammer. So awesome.
Awesome. All right. So what's the plan? Everybody's going in, I'm assuming. So let's get a marching order.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I would say Uther will go first.
Okay.
Brighield would either want to be second or third for the spear rank deal. So
Okay.
if there's somebody who wants to go ahead of her,
I mean, I can go after Uhtred before Brighild.
Okay. You won't be able to stab with the spear from the third rank, I don't think, unless you have a large spear. Large spear.
Excuse me.
Small.
it has to be second. Yeah, I should go second then, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you could. If it's not, then you could. I'm pretty sure it's second rank usually, unless you have like a really long spear. The spear's not that long.
No, it's just a small, short spear.
Yeah. So.
Oh, then I'll go third.
Yeah, and what we can do is normally what happens is if you guys end up going side by side, I usually just move people like this. But if you want to stay in the second rank, then I'll move Nest up to the first rank. If you go doubles, that way you can stay back there to give more people time to attack. Okay, so we got Uhtred, Guild, Panesta. Who next?
Is the stairway down only wide enough for one person at a time?
Yeah, it's pretty narrow. I mean, you could fit two people, but you wouldn't be able to fight.
Right, okay.
So I mean, two people could technically fit going. It's maybe like 5 feet wide, maybe a little wider. Oltan or Kasan?
Yeah, I'll go
Yes.
next.
Okay.
Don has a bow, so he'll be in the back.
Kasan in the rear. Okay, cool. How about light sources? Because it's dark.
Oh shit.
Well, I have my shield and my sword. I can't really hold a torch.
Yeah. So I'll hold a torch and my warhammer.
You okay? All right. All right, you're kind of far back. I mean, you can certainly do that, but you won't be throwing light very far forward, just so you guys know.
I can hold a torch too, and my sword.
Okay.
But I might have to drop it to use my sword two-handed.
As good as you can make it with. Okay, yeah. See, I mean, a couple torches going on. Perfect. So yeah, so it's a set of stairs going down. Like I say, it's a rough tunnel. Though the stairs themselves are kind of a granity kind of stone. Like they're definitely a carved stone stair, and they don't actually look like stone you normally see around here. Probably it was brought here from someplace else, you would imagine. And they go down into the darkness. So you light up your torches and grab your weapons and start to head down. You get down, maybe like 20, 30 feet. You guys are all kind of down there now. And it's very claustrophobic. Like you feel almost like there's not a lot of air. Like you're not like you're going to pass out or anything, but definitely like with the torches flickering and the smoke, you're kind of like maybe breathing a little heavier, even though you are, of course, in excellent shape as adventurers. And you feel like a little bit, like it's almost like a little like throwing you off, but almost like you're drunk a little bit, like not a lot, but definitely you feel like there's a lack of air or something as you progress down these stairs. So it feels a little uncomfortable as you progress. All right. As you approach the bottom of the stairs, you can see that when the stairs at the bottom, they seem to open up into a room that is in fact a well-crafted area. So you can see like a nice floor at the bottom and walls, and once you get in there, you'll see the ceiling is also well-crafted. You immediately see, though, as you're kind of like a few stairs up and the light flickers down, that all the walls look like they're like super well-crafted walls, but stuck to the walls are just skulls, like tons of them, like stacked into the walls. You can see that they were painted. So they're not just like raw skulls. They basically were painted in intricate colors, although they're quite faded now, as they're kind of decorating all the walls as you go. And you can actually see too, just as you get to the bottom stair, Uhtred, and the the light starts to kind of, from Hesta's torch, kind of penetrates the room. You see just the beginning of a skeletal figure that's laying on the ground. You can see like a hand, and you can see that the coming down from the hand is what looks like chainmail armor, but it is in fact very rusted. And laying a few feet from the hand is a broken sword.
Broken sword.
So yeah, but you're basically just seeing like this much of him, and the rest of him's in the dark right now. Assuming you choose to step into the room all the way with the torches and stuff.
Carefully.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you step into the room, carefully, make sure you don't step on anything. And your torchlight kind of shines around. What you can see actually now, you notice with this guy is that the chainmail is like collapsed in, basically, because he's a skeleton, right? And sitting like on his chest is a skull. You just see the back of it, of course, because it's like facing inwards. It's just sitting on the chest of the skeleton. It did have some kind of a helmet on, but the helmet's on the ground a few feet away. It's rusted and broken. You don't see any other equipment, like backpacks or anything near it. It just looks like that. And so this you can see that you could progress forward through this room. It's about maybe 40 feet long. And at the end of it, you actually see a set of stairs going down and a set of stairs going up. So it's kind of like one of those deals.
Well, this does not bode well. He walks over. Oltan steps to the side to look at these skulls that are on the wall. He wants to see, are they like nailed, like stuck on the wall, or are they part of the wall, or?
That's a good question. And because you're going to look at the skulls, you are not surprised when 5 of the skulls in a row, just when you go over to look, their eyes seem to suddenly glow and the mouths open. And you hear like a sound as they tear themselves off the wall and they fly through the air. So what's everybody going to do? Because we're about to go into combat. So again, so we'll do the basic, before we roll initiative, just a quick, like, what's your plan? Cassian?
I'll shoot an arrow at a skeleton if I can.
At the skull? Okay. Vanessa?
They're coming right at us.
They seem to be, yeah.
Yeah, I have my sword out, so I would try to baseball bat it out of the air. Missed
Okay.
melee. Yep.
Ucha?
Melee.
Okay. Very good.
This catches her completely by surprise, seeing these things come off the wall and flying towards them. So she is actually going to do nothing but dodge, which will improve her AC by 2. So my AC will be 2 for this round.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I don't get to attack. I'm just dodging.
Okay. And Oltan?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do the same thing because I don't have my shield, so I'd rather get not hit. Because I'm thinking that these things just shot at me, so I'm not thinking they're gonna fly around.
Yeah, well, we'll find out in a second. All right.
Yes, we will.
Okay. So, Crystal, let's roll.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Daniel's breaking up.
You
Real
went
bad.
roll what?
Dice throws.
Roll initiative. Am I still breaking up?
That's,
Okay.
yeah, you're
4.
back to normal now.
Okay, good. Roll initiative, Crystal.
4.
4. Okay, they got a 3. So you guys go first.
Yeah, sorry,
Sue,
I talked
believe-
over her.
what's that? We're good?
Yeah, no, I said you were asking for an initiative, and I apologize. I said I talked over Crystal by mistake, so that's why you didn't hear.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, so melee goes first. So Nesta, one of these things is flying at you.
All right. Can I try to get it with my sword? Is it that close?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh no. No. Nope. It's a 7.
Okay, yeah, you swing at this thing. It's small and fast, so you miss. Uhtred.
Not good.
Don't roll terrible, guys.
Yeah, no, I don't hit. I'm sure. I rolled a 7, so.
Oh,
Yeah, that's probably not going to hit.
Oh no.
Brighild, you're dodging, and Olten's also dodging. So then we go to Cassian, who's using a missile weapon. Yeah, it's flying at you, but you go first, so you can get an arrow into it before it gets close to you, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll try. No, I don't. I'd rolled terrible too.
Boy.
We were all surprised.
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, so these things fly at you, each one aiming directly for your heart. With the you see, even though the skull shouldn't have a tongue, you actually see like a spiked tongue inside each mouth that's open, flying directly at your heart. So the first one comes at Cassian and rolls a 1, so misses by a mile. Second one goes to Panesta.
by the power of
2.
Rel.
Exactly.
Richard, that's a 10.
Who's laughing now?
Let's see. They are. It's AC 8, so that's not going to hit Richard. Brighild, your AC is 2 now, you said, right? And that misses. Wow, this dice. I guess this whole first round is just a.
A big miss fest.
It misses. It misses every one of you. So they all kind of fly at you, and you're all kind of you get out of the way or whatever. And you see that, yeah, your first thought might have been that they were just it was a trap and they were just shooting at you, but you see that they spin around and they're coming back at you.
Oh,
Like
son of a bitch! All right.
like angry flying skulls. All right, so we'll go through one more time. So what's the plan, Cassian?
I guess I'll try to hit with my dagger, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll my attack and everything because I've got to use the restroom really bad. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead. Pernesta.
Melee.
Okay. Uhtred.
Melee.
Brighild.
Spell.
Oh, okay, nice. And Oltan.
I will
Okay.
also be melee.
Okay, so since Crystal's stepped away for a second, we'll have somebody else roll initiative. Nesta, roll.
Okay.
Ooh, 6.
Yeah, 3.
Well, that's not good if it hits our spellcaster. Okay, okay, so let's go in one after each of you. So against, oh no, natural 1. Wow, we're all rolling crappy. All right, so against Cassian, 10, which hits AC 8, that misses. Against Panesta, ooh, 15. That hits AC 3, which hits. Yeah, okay, so you get hit
Okay.
for 3 points of damage. And this thing like jams into you, and you can actually feel it like latch on like a suction cup. Yeah. That's
All right.
Uhtred. Swings Uhtred, misses. Brighild. Ooh, 16 for Brighild.
I'm AC 4 now again.
AC 4. That hits you. Actually, it would hit you even if you were dodging. 3 points for you as well, and it also latches onto you.
All right.
And you're going to lose the spell, unfortunately. Olten rolls a 1. Misses completely. Actually, we're going to use the, because I talked about this last time. Now I have to look it up quickly. Sorry, the check to see if you lose a concentration check. Do you remember where that was, Tony?
Oh man, I do not.
Do a quick look. It's in.
I guess it's in the combat sections, isn't it? Or
Yeah, let's
I'll have
see.
to try to look through
Dead.
this.
Yeah, if you don't mind trying to find it where everybody else goes, then we'll, because otherwise you'll have to go second phase anyways. If you lose it, it's in there somewhere. So it's a optional rule, I know. But anyways, I'll just go through and do the other stuff first. So Crystal missed. Panesta, there's a thing on you, lodged into your chest.
I'm gonna try to scrape it off me with my sword. Right off. Yep. Can't think of anything else to do it right this second. that's better. That hits armor class 4.
Does not hit. Their AC is 3.
Oh.
Okay.
They're hard to hit. Although probably should be easier to hit because it's on you, but he'd probably be easier to hit for somebody else, but not for you because it's on you. Udrid.
Am I close enough to Panesta to reach, like, drop my sword and try and grab that skull and pull it off of him?
Yeah, you could do that. Sure. Do a regular attack roll, and it'll be like a grapple, I guess.
I missed. I rolled a 2.
Okay, yeah. You drop your sword and you try to grab this thing, and maybe Vanessa's like going swinging her sword around. And you guys are like, watch my fingers. Ultan.
Attack. Getting my D20 here. Here we go. So I'm at a -1, right?
That's correct.
But my Warhammer, I have an attack. Hold on. I have a damage adjustment, not an attack adjustment. Does your fighting ability get added to your roll? Okay.
It just shows where you would. It shows you where on the chart you look.
I got you. You're right. Okay. Well, fucking. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I hit it with a -1. I got an 18.
Nice.
So
Do some damage.
yeah, it's way better than last roll. All right, damage 1d8. Do I take a minus to my damage as well?
Nah.
Okay. That's going to be 4 points of damage to the skull.
Okay. You smash it. Does not shatter into pieces, though.
Damn it.
But you do take a chunk out of it. I found it, Tony, if you didn't.
What page is it on?
It's on 139. So
Oh,
basically,
some way off.
yeah, you make a. I don't even know. I just typed in the search in the PDF because I forget. I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. So you make a 3d6 check, trying to roll under your intelligence or wisdom, depending on the type of caster you are.
Okay, intelligence.
Yeah, warlock, so
3d6.
intelligence. Yeah, so 3d6 and you add the damage, so 3 points. So 3d6 plus 3 and get under your.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it with rolling 2 6s. That's 12 and a 4, 16. No, that's way over.
Yeah. That's 19, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to unfortunately lose that spell. You could still do something in the second phase, which, of course, because they already went, you could just do it now if you want to attack or something. But yeah, you'll definitely lose that spell.
Well, I mean, she was going to, use her spell with her spear tip like she always does. Because can I just make an attack with the spear then?
Yeah, that makes sense.
As I see the spear, as I see the spell faded away.
Yep.
Okay. Let me find the right dice here. Hey, that's a pretty good roll. That is going to hit. Let me look. Armor class 2.
But it's
Pretty good damage. 6 damage
awesome.
with the spear.
All right, good. It is not completely crushed, but it is very, very hurt. All right, cool. All right, so everybody went. Currently, we've got 2 of these things stuck on people, right? And 3 that are flying around. So I'm just going to quickly go through again. Cassian, what's your plan? Cassian?
Not back yet.
Not yet? Okay.
We're back.
I'm sorry. I would melee. You said my name.
Melee, Uhtred.
I'm going to continue trying to get it off of Panesta.
Okay. Ringhild.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. She thinks maybe it's best to just take it with her spear, so melee with her spear.
Okay, yeah. And Ultan.
Melee.
Okay, cool. So, Panesta, let's give us some
Initiative.
initiative. Yep. 2 for the creature.
4.
Aha! All right, good. You go first. Well, you're all melee, so Panesta.
Okay. Come on. Ooh. 19. That hits armor class -1
Nice. That hits.
for 7 points of damage on the skull that's on
Okay.
me.
Nice. You smash it. It does not come off you though, unfortunately. But it is very, very hurt. Uhtred.
I will once again attempt to pull it off of her.
Okay. Grapple it.
18 in the dice. That's a negative
Yeah.
1 without my modifier. Okay, so you want to roll damage or?
It's a grapple, so you need to. I believe that it has to make a saving throw. I'm sorry, I just went off the page. Of course.
I mean, what I would do is I would grab it, try and pull it off her, and smash it on the ground.
Yeah, if you're able to. So you're grappling it. Okay, so it gets an avoidance saving throw. So let me roll that first, which it fails. The target is smaller size than the attacker. It has a -1 to fighting field. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the next one grapple can choke. So it failed by a lot. So I'm going to allow you to make a test of strength to pull it off. And if you do, then it'll come off this round without having to wait. Because normally you got to grab it, then pull it off.
My test of strength is 5 and 6. 5 and 6.
Nice.
I rolled a 1.
All right. Well, yeah. Sorry. So you throw it on the ground and smash it. Go ahead and do a D3 damage plus strength.
So I rolled a 5. So we're going 2 or 3 on that.
3. If you roll a D6, right?
3. Okay. So
Yeah, and then plus strength bonus. Do you have a damage?
I do. For strength, yeah, I do. Plus 3, so 6 damage.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, it smashes completely on the ground, shatters. And Vanessa does not take any damage from it this round.
Yay.
Breakhilt.
Yep, I'll have my 2 attacks, right? My 3 this
Yeah.
round. Yeah, she's gonna try to get this thing off her with her spear. Ooh, both of them good rolls. Armor class 4 and armor class 2.
Armor class 2 hits. It's AC.
All right, the armor class 2 will do 3 damage.
Nice. Oh, it's still up though, barely. Okay. And Oltan.
I'm gonna attack the same one again. I guess the same one's coming back at me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Well, actually, there's one. Yeah, no, yeah, it hadn't hit you, right? So it's just swinging around you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, with the -1, I'm only good for armor class 6.
Okay, that doesn't hit. And okay, now it's their turn. So the one on Uhtred, the one that was trying to hit Uhtred before, since you're focused on Penestra, tries to swing up behind you and hit you, which it misses. The one on Brughild is still on you, so you just automatically take damage, unfortunately. 3 points.
All right.
The one on Penesta is dead, so it doesn't attack. The one on Oltan tries to attack you with a 15. 15 hits AC of 3. So I believe that hits you, correct? Yep, since you're 5/5. 2 points of damage, and it is now lodged into you, Oltan. And finally, the one on... You're not back yet, right, Crystal? No, okay. 12. Her AC is 6. So it actually hits her. Okay, so she's going to take D3. 1 point. Okay. When she comes back, I'm just going to let her fight all those rounds and let you guys kill the creature first. Okay, so one's latched on to your thief friend. And that is the end of that round. What's everybody doing? Kazan's not back, right? So Penesta,
Melee.
everybody's doing melee. Is that true?
Yep.
Okay, that's right. All right, so let's do it. Roll some initiative there, Penesta.
All right.
Ooh, 6.
Oh, 3.
Oof, okay.
My dice.
All righty. It's going to go first. So there's none on Penesta. None of the ones that are flying around randomly decide to attack you. The one that was trying to attack Uhtred tries again. Misses. Wow, Uhtred is like a skin of stone. Brughild, you're going to automatically take the damage again. Another 3 points.
Okay.
Oltan, you got stabbed already, so you're gonna take that same damage again too. So 2 points automatically. And now it's you guys. Oh, and of course, Kassan's taking damage automatically as well. And now it's your guys' turn. So Panesta. There's none on you right now, currently. They kind of like are ignoring you. There's one stuck into Brighild, there's one stuck into Oltan, and there's one flying around. There's one stuck into Kassan, and there's one flying around Uhtred.
Okay, I think I'm closest to. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll go for the one that's on Brighild since she's taking some. Ooh, nat 20.
Nice, great.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that matter in this game? I don't remember.
Yeah. Roll a d6.
Oh, right. 6.
All right, 3. Wow. I'm gonna say, I mean, you can still choose to attack the one that's on Brighild if you want, but it only has 1 hit point.
Oh.
And you're about to do triple damage. So if you want to switch, I'll let you, just because.
The one that's flying around then, right? I don't think that one's been hit, has it?
There's one flying around that has not been hit. That's correct.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
I mean, you might kill Brighild by not saving her now, but it seems such a waste to waste triple damage on that one. It's up to you.
I will go for the one that's flying around.
Okay. Always trying to be a hero.
So just triple damage, so times 3 on the dice, or 3 dice.
Or roll 3 dice. It's up to you. Just decide obviously before you roll.
Oh, I rolled 1, so I will just do 5 times 3 is 15 damage.
Okay. So you just completely shatter the.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
Mark McGuire it, right, steroid it right out of the ballpark.
Yeah. You hit it like there's that like one like hairline crack on the skull that you see. You just hit this thing and it just turns to dust.
Nice.
Excellent.
Pretty high adrenaline after having one stuck in you after all.
Yeah, that's true. Uhtred, so the one that's on you is smashed, but there's one stuck into Brighild that seems to be draining her quickly. There's also one stuck into Oltan, also draining, and one stuck into Kassan.
So, quick question: if I would have reached down and grabbed my sword and sheathed it, could I still attack like in the second phase, or could I still attack in the first phase?
Yeah, you can pick up your sword. What do you mean you want to put it away?
Well, I don't really want to swing my sword at somebody because I don't want to hit somebody by accident. You know what I'm saying? So,
if you want to pick up your sword and put it away, then you won't be able to attack till the second phase. That's true. But they went first, though, right? So it doesn't really matter because, So, but technically, yes, you would go on the second phase. But since they won initiative, they've already gone. So.
Right. All right. So I'll pick up my sword and sheath it, and then I would grab for the one on Brighild to try and pull it off.
Okay. To make a grapple.
Oh, that's not good. 9, 11. So AC 6. So that's not going to hit.
No. Yeah, it's slippery because all the Brighild's blood is splashed all over it. Brighild.
Brighild looks at Uhtred, and all he sees is that look of that pale white face that you know that you're not going to make it into the toilet in time to vomit. She has that look on her face, and she is going to try to spear the one that has almost got her down. And with a natural 1, she is not going to do it.
Oh, now I feel bad about saying that about the crit, but okay. Oltan, you got a thing stuck in you. Oltan has lost the ability to speak.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. Is it safe for me to try and hit it with my hammer?
Yeah, the one on you. Yeah, you can hit it with the hammer. Just don't roll 1.
Okay, then that's what we're gonna do. It's just sitting here with a
I mean,
hammer.
you're not going to hit yourself no matter what. If you were
That's what I'm saying. Just sitting there with a hammer, and you're just like,
yeah, exactly.
that just seems inherently like a bad idea. All right, here we go.
Why are you hitting yourself?
Apparently, with the roll of a 9, I'm not hitting myself.
Right. You're trying to be extra careful. So
apparently, I am super safe.
Okay. So before we go into the next round, Crystal's back. So, okay. So this is actually 2 rounds went by, Crystal, since that first round. And currently you, Kassan, you currently have a creature stuck into you, draining your blood. However, the first round, you guys won initiative, so you can basically attack twice. Is what it comes down to. If you happen to kill it in this first attack that you make, then you won't take 1 point of damage that I already noted for you. So go ahead and make a melee attack, Kasan, unless you want to do something else.
No, that'll be fine. I'll use my dagger to try and stab it out, I guess.
So it's AC 3.
Okay. Oh, nice. I think I finally hit. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I needed. I hit exactly AC 3.
Nice.
Okay.
For 2 points of damage.
Okay. All right, so it's still up. So you're going to take 1 hit point. Actually, you're going to take 2 hit points of damage because that round and then the next round it won initiative, which is the round we're in now. So you take another point there, and then you can attack 1 more time, and that'll be the end of this round.
All right. Ooh, and then a nat 20.
Oh, nice. Roll a d6.
6.
Nice. Triple damage. Go ahead. Roll your damage. So either 3 dice or
And then
time.
max damage. 4
Okay.
damage times 3, right? Or do I roll 4 die? Do I roll 4?
No, that's fine. That's how you're going to do it. You just have to.
Yeah, you said times 3, so I just rolled a d4 and times 3.
Did he freeze up again for anybody else?
Yeah,
He
he did.
did. Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting a weird internet connection deal going here. I don't know why. My internet's acting goofy. I'm back now, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you killed the crystal. So you still take 2 points of damage, though.
Can I kill it in a cool way since I did a nat 20 and all?
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. So Kasan like takes it out and says, "I don't like to be sucked that way," and he stabs the thing through the eye, and then it just turns to dust.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so you smash this thing, and as we come into the next round, we've got basically Brighild, who is turning pale, being drained of blood, with 1 stuck into her, and there's also 1 stuck in Oltan, who is valiantly trying to hit himself with a hammer, but is failing. So what's everybody's plan? I'm assuming everybody's doing melee, but if somebody's doing something else.
Kasan, there's none around Kasan, right?
But nope, there's just 2 left, and they're both stuck in people.
All right, Kasan's gonna try and help out Oltan.
Right, but you're going to do melee?
Yes, dagger.
Okay. All right, so everybody's doing melee. Okay, so go ahead and I guess I'm going to stick with Panesta because you've been rolling. Panesta, roll initiative for this
Okay.
last round 2 for them.
4.
All right, you guys go first. Kasan, what do you want to do? You got, right, Brickhill's got 1 stuck in her, and Oltan's got 1 stuck in him.
Yeah, I think Oltan's closer to me, so he's gonna run up to his buddy Oltan and be like, "Hold still." And this time he will not manage to hit it. Armor, he only hits armor class. I think I don't even. No, I don't even know how to hit an armor class.
Okay, yeah, so you swing and yeah, you're trying not to stab him, so.
Yeah.
It's, you
Meanwhile, Old Town sitting there going, Kasan, get it off, get it off.
it's like draining your blood. Panesta.
Now I'm going to try to hit the one on Brighild.
Okay.
Oh, but not with a 4. Less.
I feel so bad. Uhtred.
Oh, I rolled a 5, so I missed 2.
Brighild.
Yeah, she's going to try her best with. She gets her 2 attacks this time, so she hopes that one of them's going to hit. All right, 18. Hey, both of them hit 18 on the die, so she
Nice.
destroys this thing with 6, 7, 8, and 7, so 15 damage. Both
Nice.
attacks. She just destroys
Yeah.
this thing off of her, and she looks at Uhtred and she goes, "You better step aside."
Nice.
Nice. Oltan. There's 1 left and it's on you.
All right, I'm going to try to hit, strike myself again. Here we go. Oh, shit. Nope, I rolled a 9 again.
Oh,
So
boy.
I'm still flailing this hammer around going, get it off, get it off.
It drained you for 2 more hit points.
How many times have I been drained?
This will be the 3rd time.
Okay, so the initial hit, then there, and then okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But I mean, this is the third time, including the initial hit, right?
Oh,
Tony, drain 3 times.
Yep,
two
this yeah.
all right.
3.
So that's the initial hit, and then 1, 2. Ow.
Yeah.
All right, now it's starting to get a little painful. Get it off! Get it off!
We're trying. We're trying.
Okay, so coming to the last round, we're all gathered around. I just imagine the entire party trying to attack this one thing on you, but I'll allow it because it seems.
Yeah. Fucking please allow it.
Oh god.
So I don't
Is
die.
anybody doing anything that's not melee?
Yep. Brickhill sees everybody running towards Old Tan, and she goes, "Someone hurry and get it off of him. I need his help, but I'm gonna dodge right now." So she's dodging.
She's like, "Save the cleric! I need to be healed, but I can't get involved." Okay, that's good. All right, pronounce the initiative.
Yeah. 6. Yay.
Oh, 1. All right, Cassant, your buddy there's getting drained.
Yeah, Kassan's gonna try and help him out again. Oh, nice. And this time he will hit, I think, armor class 3, right?
AC 3. Yeah,
Yep, that's what I did. Exactly AC 3 again.
nice. Do some damage.
And then damage, 4 damage.
Okay, it is still holding on. Blood is
Dad.
Nest.
Son
Yep.
of a bitch.
Good try. We're all chipping away at it here, Old Tan. Oh, I think that's good. Yep, a 15. That's AC 3.
Nice.
Let's do it. 4 points of damage.
Yeah. All right. Finesta, the killer, smashes through the skull, destroying it.
Oh my gosh.
I need a quick
Yeah.
break.
He
Yeah.
just kind of slumps against Kassan and Panestra at the same time. And just because he's like, you're both beautiful. What the heck?
All right. As you're catching your breath, this might be a good time to take 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and do after combat.
All right.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Be right back.
Okay.
I'm here.
Barely.
Well, you don't know. Yeah, just well, my character's barely here. I don't think I'm doing better than her. Are you on wireless or hooked into your router?
No. No, I'm in the router.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. It's weird.
I'm
Actually,
back.
let me just actually check that. Yeah, I'll check my network while I'm here. Yeah, using Ethernet.
Huh.
Who knows? It's weird.
Friday night, everybody's on.
Yeah, that's probably it too. Yeah, everything seems. I'm not using wireless for that, so yeah, I don't know.
What kind of internet do you have? Who's it through?
It's like the World Wide Web.
Who's your provider?
Oh, a Spectrum.
Spectrum, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They're fine. I won't badmouth Spectrum while I'm streaming. They're probably watching.
Oh no, no,
What
no,
country?
no. I'm just you share bandwidth. That's all. Depending on where you are on in your neighborhood, you know, you're sharing bandwidth.
Yeah, it comes over the cable lines. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had weird internet things because when I check my speed, like I always have like super crazy high speeds, but then like it just drops every once in a while. And they came in and replaced lines and stuff, and I don't know, it still does it sometimes. So I have no idea. I think what I got to do is reset my router every once in a while, which I forget to do, but I'm not going to do it in the middle of the game. So, but I'll do it before tomorrow. Is anybody else back or not back? If you're not back, let me know.
Oh, I'm still here. I got to see my chat, but I'm here.
I
Okay.
am not back.
All right. Perfect. How about Oltan? I see Oltan's not back. There's just says Oltan there. And you might need him. I actually don't know if he has any healing spells.
Well, he
Does
healed
he?
before, I think. Didn't he?
Oh, does he have healing spells? Okay. Yeah,
I have a healing spell as well.
Oh, nice.
Every time I see Kassan, I keep thinking he's holding a Pokeball and not an apple.
You know what's funny because Crystal gave me the picture and she was like, because he had a whole bunch of weapons on his back. She's like, could you remove the weapons from the back? And I did. And when I almost was going to do a funny thing and like put like, you know, like a funny thing that he was tossing in the air. Like, well, I was thinking in my head, but it was like a skull or a smiley face or something.
A skull would have been appropriate.
Yeah.
That's right. I hadn't read this adventure yet.
Crystal, you're like real soft spoken to me for some reason.
Sorry, it might just be the microphone the way it is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's better. I mean, it's just like, you're clear. It's just a real soft spoken though. Of course, I'm old and hard of hearing.
Yeah, it's super clear. Actually, that sounds that the new headphones and stuff. It sounds good. All right, ready? I see Oltan's back. Okay, so we last left off. Luckily, you guys did not add another dead body to the ground. The skulls that had shot from the wall, a row of them, are of course now all shattered upon the ground as you defeated them. Besides the stairs that you just came down, which we'll just say are on the west side to make my life easier. If you were to go across the room all the way to the other end, like I said, there's a stairs going up and stairs going down. Of course, this room still has tons of skulls on the wall. There's the skeleton on the ground with the broken sword. And yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Uhtred would check out the holes that the skulls came out of.
Okay. Yeah, so you look and it's weird because it seems like they weren't even like attached physically to the wall. Like there's no sign they were ever there. And if you kind of look at the skulls that are, you know, now you can see a hole. You look around, the skulls just seem to be just like sitting against the wall, with no particular way they're stuck on there. Like they didn't come out of a hole or anything. They're literally on a flat wall, just stuck there.
Okay.
Brighild is going to slowly move around, and she's going to go to that broken sword, and
Okay.
like it's two pieces. I guess you said or not?
Yeah, it's broken in half.
She's gonna like join them back together, the two pieces. See if anything happens.
Okay, yeah. So you get it. It's like a broadsword or whatever, and you go up and you take a few pieces and stick them together. They don't fit perfectly together. Like there's probably like pieces that went missing. But even when you pick it up, like the one piece or whatever to like kind of move it, it starts to crumble. It's quite old and rusty. But you put it kind of back together as well as you can. Doesn't seem to do anything spectacular.
She just kind of kicks the dust and goes, "It's falling apart like I am."
And that's my question: is how hurt are people? Are healing spells going to be enough, or do we need to get out of here and try to come back at some point?
Well, if I had 10 HP, I'd be back at my max of 12.
Okay.
In other words, I'm pretty bad.
Yep.
Well, I can't. I'm not sure I can help that much, but Rel does work in mysterious ways, and from time to time, he has been known to, to help those who need it.
Well, yes, we've heard that he works in mysterious ways. Can you show us some?
Perhaps, and he will cast Cure Light Wounds on you and heal you for 1 point of damage. Very mysterious. It's very mysterious.
Oh, yes, that was Rail, such a powerful person.
I feel so much better now. Thank you. Looking at myself and looking at Brighild, can I see which one of us? Can I tell which one of us is in the worst shape?
Well, I think on a scale of 1 to 12, Brigild's was at 3.
I'm at 3 now.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 14, I'm at a 6. So, I'll walk over to my tall blonde friend here, and I'll say, "Yes, well, with," and I wipe some of my own blood off. Say, I think I fare a tad better than you. Let us see if Yunde and Rel together can bring you back. Is anybody else hurt, by the way, other than Panesta? I mean, how bad is Panesta?
Just 3 points
Oh,
down, so I'm okay.
so yeah, I'll do the same thing. I'll cast a Cure Light on Panesta. I mean on Brighild, sorry. And I forgot, what do you roll for that?
D8.
D8. Okay.
If it's Cure Light Wounds.
It is. Well, that will be for 5 more.
All right.
So I lay on hands.
You do, and she hugs you and she goes, "No kissing, because I just threw up and you've got blood all over you, so no kissing now."
Yeah, I'm okay with that, actually. Like that.
Maybe you can teach that rail god some tricks about healing.
All of the gods are fickle, my friend, and I pat her on the shoulder.
Well, he keeps saying they work in mysterious ways. So.
Well, he is not incorrect. But healing is something that my god specializes in, and Rel, well, he has other specialties, so do not discount his faith or Panesta's faith. Remember that as well. So I heal Brighild, and then I switch back to the shield now so that I can try to protect myself a little better.
Okay. So Panesta's going to be the only torch.
I guess. We've got those 5 healing potions, right?
I mean, I have a potion. I don't know what it does.
It's true.
And I have I still have a potion of diminution. I can shrink myself again, guys. Just so you know.
Yes.
But I'm not going to. Up or down?
That's the question,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Does it look like it up goes back to daylight?
No, it is dark up there, as far as you can tell.
So I guess I must have missed something. When we entered this, or did we like enter into through the side of a hill or something? Or
No, not really. It was more like there was a bunch of rocks on the ground, and then you noticed. So it's like a little tiny hill, but not anything major. You went downstairs, basically. You're down. You went below the earth, a good like 50 feet.
oh, okay. So there actually could be quite a bit of stuff upstairs then. If
Yeah,
we
you're,
went-
you're definitely under the ground.
Yeah, but if I'm saying if we went down 50 feet, that's roughly 4 stories. So there's enough room for an entire floor above us. So,
Well, should we clear up before we go down?
well, common sense would tell us that we can only go up so high before we're back outside again. So, but anything of any, I don't know. I would say the important anything that they would keep here important would likely be down, but who knows how these people think. We found a rather valuable staff just sitting out in a simple mausoleum, so who knows.
I know we've traipsed around quite a bit in this room now, but did we see any other footprints or anything? Because we didn't know that there were horses outside.
You can look. Roll a d6. It's going to be difficult because of all the fighting. Yeah.
Right.
Really.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, no, 6. Nope.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's and it's not really dusty in here, except for the dust that you just made with the moving the sword around and destroying the skulls.
Yeah, skull dust now. Okay. Should we flip a coin again? That seemed to work out pretty well last time.
Uhtred agrees with Altan's opinion about loot being probably down, so he's just going to head towards the downstairs.
I look at Panesta and I say, your large companion seems to have decided that he needs no coin to decide his fate.
Well, I mean, I've got the torch, so unless he wants to light his own, I suppose I have to follow him or just let him walk blindly down the stairs.
Oh, yes, well.
He
Yes.
stops at the top of the stairs and looks back impatiently. Kind of gives everybody the look like, "Come on."
I lean over to Panesta and I say, you should teach him how to say please.
If we survive this, I'll do that.
What?
I'll go after Uhtred with the torch. Unless Brighill wants to go second again.
I should let you go this time.
It's like,
Well.
So we'll switch places. I'll go third, I guess.
I've
Okay.
learned there's less trouble when you follow the blondes. And I start following behind them. I pat Kassan on the shoulder and say, "Come, my friend."
Wait, you have less trouble when you follow the blondes? That's not been my experience.
I mean, well, everyone's mileage varies, my friend. I guess it depends on why you're following them.
You
Well,
know
don't
what?
follow me because I'm
That's
blonde,
fair.
because you know I'm not really blonde, right?
I don't know that.
that's
Oltan has no idea that you're a redhead.
That's true.
As far as he knows, you're blonde.
Kassan didn't either until you just indulged that information.
Yeah. Oh, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Well,
Hey, if you would like to show me sometime, I would be honored.
Can't help. Ultan can't help but laugh. He's like, well, she's blonde enough for me. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you go down the stairs.
That went south fast.
Uhtred can say to Kasan, "You're the wrong species."
And there you go. Little
Yeah.
bards have interesting taste. So you you go down the stairs, goes down about 20, 30 feet, down into the darkness, and you see it opening up into a room. The walls, floor, and ceiling of this room are made of kind of an interesting, strange stone. Instead of being like regular kind of rectangular blocks, they're kind of odd shaped that seem to like go into each other, almost like a puzzle. This is, again, the floor, the ceiling, and the thing. The stone is really, really this dark stone, but it has these like veins of dark red coming through it. And as the light hits it, it almost looks like they're kind of pulsating. Like you almost get the feeling that they're almost like blood going through them. And the whole place feels a little kind of like cold suddenly. But looking across the room, you can see that there is a very large door made out of the same kind of stone, like one single piece of it at the far end of the room. And kind of like close to where you just came down the bottom of the stairs is another set of stairs going down. And there's no monsters killing you in this room at this point. just the room. You're waiting for that. You're waiting for that. And there's a dragon.
Yeah.
There's no creatures in here even. So basically, it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. It's been very claustrophobic in this place in general, but now it feels kind of a bit cold and uncomfortable in here. And this stone is kind of really interesting. And like I said, there's a large door at the other end. If you just keep going across the room, or there's another set of stairs going down. So you're kind of in like a stairway area.
Well, if we keep going down, maybe we'll find something eventually. Or die.
Yes,
Do I sense any magic at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure you do. You have to roll for that, right? That just works.
Yeah, it's a 4 of 12, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I mean roll it, but I'm gonna say yes. Whether you roll or not, it's pretty strong. But I'll give you more.
Hold on, just 1 second. Did not. Oh, I do actually. I rolled a 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you sense that. That there's something off here. It doesn't feel natural, but you don't get a real good beat on what it is. You just know you can tell that it's off though.
Okay.
So do we
I thought of
Somebody want to listen at that door, maybe?
Oh. I can do that.
yeah. I'm thinking you're pretty much the only thiefy type we have left.
Well, I know Kasan is, but 5 and 12.
Don't worry, I don't exist. It's okay.
Are you I thought you were a priest. I didn't realize you were.
I'm a purloiner.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I serve Rel.
Well, I mean, she's a bard. She serves Rel. It's not an automatic.
I was baptized
Fair.
by Rel.
You haven't been.
It's just
Yeah.
5
Sorry.
and 12, Daniel, for discern noise.
Yeah, I rolled it. It doesn't sound like there's anything on the other side of the door. The room itself, though, as you're kind of in here, it feels a little bit creepy, and everybody's waiting around. Everybody can make a saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Versus
What kind?
what are the saving throws? Magic. Is it
Sorcery?
one versus sorcery? Yeah.
Aha! I get a bonus on that one.
Ooh, hot dog, 20.
Nice.
Yeah, I just made it with a 16. Like I rolled a 14, but I get a +2 on sorcery.
I'm
Nice.
only because I get my +2 bonus.
Yep, I rolled 18.
17.
So everybody pass?
Yeah, I roll
Oh.
a 14.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, it feels creepy as hell, but it is very, very quiet. So you don't hear anything through the door.
I don't hear anything, Uhtred. If you
Place
would-
feels very off. Do you guys want to continue?
Yeah,
Yes, are
you
you
can
sure
tell.
this?
I'm
Are
sorry.
you
Just
sure
let me
this
just.
is the right way, Uhtred?
Well, it's not like I've ever been here. But this place does feel a bit strange to me. I don't know about you guys.
Really weird.
Right now, it just feels painful.
We could check out this door, or we could go down, or we could go back up if you'd like.
I find my experience has taught me it's safer. The safest place is behind the large Viking.
What do you think, Brighild? Kassan? Continue or go back?
I
do
say
you feel?
we go back up. This is too. My stomach's still upset, but this is making me feel very queasy down here.
Yes, it makes me feel uncomfortable too. But isn't that where most of the treasure is? Where it makes you feel uncomfortable?
The problem is some of those places where you feel uncomfortable, you also eventually feel dead later on. So I just, it's a risk reward at this point.
Nesta, you have been baptized. What would Rel do?
Actually, I think if Rel felt this kind of creepy, he might actually leave. Tricksters also have self-preservation, right?
I mean, we could sneak a peek in the door.
I'll hold
I-
the torch for you while you stick your head in there.
I have one. I have one prayer left in me. I can tell you if whatever it is you say you feel uneasy. I can tell you if whatever is behind that door has the aura of evil behind it. But that's the most help I can offer.
I would wait, because we already kind of feel that things are not right. I don't think we need I don't think we need you to spend another prayer to tell us that things aren't right.
So be it.
But I mean, that's just my opinion. Do you want to poke your head in the door, Uhtred, or do we just go?
You guys can. It's up to you. You guys are in control of your own lives, so you guys can decide what you want to do.
The way I see it, Uhtred is the gladiator that defeated the dragon that could turn man to stone. I'll follow him anywhere.
Uhtred kind of puffs up, kind of breathes in deep, trying to make himself look bigger.
I'll hand Kassan the torch and say, okay, then you can go in there too.
I mean, that would make it hard to use my bow, but if that is what you want, that's true.
All right, let's look in the door.
Okay, Uhtred. Tell you what, you guys all stand back by the stairway so you're ready to run away. And just lean the torch up here by the door for me.
All right.
Like Kassan is gonna stand angled so that when the door opens, he could shoot an arrow through if need be, and he'll just go ahead and have an arrow ready to pull back and So I'm doing the thing where ready in action or not ready in action, but
Ready shooter? Okay.
yeah,
Good.
ready shooter, yeah.
Perfect. You can definitely do that.
And
All right. Yes. You
open the door.
sure. You pull the door open. The torch flickers in there, and you can kind of see what's in this room. This room is made of the same kind of stone, so it has that kind of really dark stone with the red kind of going through it. There are some burial alcoves along the walls, and they look like they have. I mean, walking in there further, you're not going to be able to tell much, but you can see you can see the feet. That there's bodies in there. I believe there are 9 of them. In the center of the room, though, this room is like a 20 by 20 room. In the center of the room, there is a podium made of the same stone, so it's kind of like coming up out of the ground. And sitting upon it is a large book. It is open and relatively large. Beyond that, you can just see there's another door. It's made out of the same stone, but it's a little bit smaller.
I'll pick up the torch and I'll walk into the room.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in there. You can tell it's still got that cold feel. It's kind of creepy. And like I said, you walk up, you can see that the torchlight kind of flickers in now that there's bodies in here. There are 9 of them. There's nine alcoves. And each one is a body. And yeah, you can see their feet and stuff. There's enough space around it, so you can actually, if you were to look in there, you could see in there. You probably see just a glint of like a holy symbol around each one of their necks. They're silver. The book itself, if you were to walk up to it, looks like it's pretty thick. The pages look like them. It's made out of flesh, dried flesh that looks like diseased. Like you can see, it looks like flesh that like had like diseased pustules that popped and then dried. And there's some writing on it. And of course, there's another door.
There is some writing on the book, you said?
Yeah, the book has there's writing on it. It's I mean, you can read it if you want.
I can try. Can I recognize it?
Yes, I mean, you're gonna walk up and try to read it.
Sure.
Yeah, you walk up to it and you kind of look at it. It's written in like a very, very small, like kind of tight handwriting, and you kind of like squinting at it to even make it out. But it's completely in some kind of like a lost language or something. You can't make out any of it.
Anybody else want to try?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so you're gonna come in the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there. If he looks like he's safe, I'm gonna walk in there and I'll try and take a take a look at. Take a look at the book.
You're a cleric, right? I don't know if you can read it or not. You need to be able to decipher magical writings. Is that a clerical thing, or is that only magic users that can do that? I'll say though that it's magical, because you're a cleric, but I'm not sure if you can actually read it. Let's quickly check.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can do is tell you if the book emanates evil or not.
Yeah.
All right, so the book looks diseased, you said, right?
It's what?
You said the book looks diseased?
Yeah, it looks like it's clearly made from skin, dried skin, and it looks like it was peeled off of a diseased person and then dried and used into so it's not like wet pustules, it's like dried. It's like they peeled the skin off a leper and then dried it and made a book out of it.
So Uhtred will sneer at it and then she'll put the torch to it.
Oh, nice.
So I try to grab his shot. I say, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a moment. This could be valuable to the right person.
It is foul.
Hey, Daniel.
Yep.
Would this? I think it's decipher script. Would that? Oh, I have a 0. Never mind. I have a 0 on that.
Yeah, you'd have to but that would work if you had it. Yeah.
So I tell Uhtred, I say, hold on just a second. And because I know the guy with the staff, the artifact dude, gave us a shit ton of money for the staff, I want to go ahead and cast Detect Evil in the direction of the book. Because it doesn't work it's like in a cone in front of me for 60 feet. That will see if the book actually emanates an evil aura or if it's just a book that's made from creepy ass materials.
Okay, so you cast your spell. The book itself is not casting any kind of evil aura. However, all of the stone in the room is quite evil.
Mm. So I turn to Uhtred.
Uhtred is not evil. You have like a cone coming out of you. You're like, I tried
Yeah.
Uhtred.
You turn this way and he glows red, and you're like, whoa, this is awkward. I turn to Uhtred and I say, my friend, the book emanates by looking at this with the power of Yunde. The book emanates no evil. It is simply a book made from foul materials, but the stones in this room, they emanate evil. This is a dark and foul place, but the book is not.
Surely what's in this book cannot be of any good.
Surely it cannot, but there is a library in Zambala, is there not?
Yes.
What would they give to have such a book?
Would we want something like this out in the world?
If it is, we don't know what kind of book it is. This could be a book of history. We just, it could be an account. It could be a journal. We do not know. But there's a library in Zambala who may wish for the book. There is a man in Zambala who deals in rare artifacts.
Uhtred will look at Altan and he'll say, well, you're more learned than I am.
We are taught that, some things are good, some things are evil. For every evil in the world, there is something good to balance it out. But this book is not emanating from itself an aura of evil. It is, one could say, it's almost as though it were a neutral. It's just a book. But the words inside, even if words are dark, they could be important.
Uhtred will shrug, turn, and walk away.
You're going to walk back out, or you're going to go to the other door that's in this room?
Was there a sarcophagus in the center of the room, like near the book as well, or just around that?
Nope. Nope, just the burial alcoves in the wall. You can see that there's nine skeletons in there. Each of them, as you kind of look over, you saw like a little glint, and I mean, if you took a second to check, it looks like they all have like something silver, probably a holy symbol. It would be the best bet around their necks.
I am somewhat hesitant to remove the book, though, because the stones are evil, and I start looking around at the skeletons, and I say, the last time we walked into a room full of skeletons, their heads attacked.
The door at the other end of the room, is it like stairways that goes down, or is it just a door? Or?
It's just a door. It's like a regular door, made out of that same stone, but it's a normal sized door. The door to walk in here was very large. This is like a normal sized door.
So I kind of, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I would say I kind of turned to everybody else who's like, I don't know if everybody came into the room or if the others are still standing at the door, but I kind of, I'm assuming they've heard this conversation. And I'm going to just kind of be like, so what do you think? Do we take the book?
Did you say the very stones are evil?
The stones themselves emanate an aura of evil in this place.
What happens if if I take out my newly silver dagger and like start chipping away at the stone and wall? Let's get a little sample here. Maybe those
It's very, very hard stone, and the silver dagger is probably getting chipped worse than the wall is.
Okay, I put it away. Just seeing.
No, I mean, you know.
So we're looking.
Well, I believe that if Rel were in this situation, we all know what he would do.
Well, enlighten the rest of us.
Well, he would take the book, of course.
Chuckles and wipes some blood off the corner of his mouth. Well, I'll take the book, but I'm a little worried, and I start pointing at the skeletons. Wait a minute, you said there's like a silver, like a holy symbol. Do I
Yes, I was just gonna say, what holy symbols do they have on?
do we recognize that holy symbol?
You'll need to reach into the alcove and get it. I mean, it's around their necks, and they're with their feet are sticking out. You know, so you got to reach.
I can't just like look up, like get real close and look at it. I have to actually reach in.
I mean, you'd have to get it. You want to stick the torch in there?
Oh, okay. So
I mean, you can kind of see it glinting from outside, but if you want to like lean in to see it,
I don't mind leaning in. I thought you meant I had to reach in and grab it, and I'm like, I don't want to.
No, you would. Well, what I'm saying is that if you think about it, if there's an alcove and it goes slightly, like I'm laying here and there's like a little space above my head. If I have a torch and I'm outside, I can see a glint in there. But if I lean in to see what it is, I'm blocking the way. I'm blocking the light.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a flashlight.
Okay.
So if you want to be able to see in there, then you need to stick the torch in there.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought you meant I had to like pull the holy symbol off of them to be able to look at it. I'm like, I don't.
That'd be the best way to do it.
Well, I'm not, no, I'd rather just take the torch and put it butt next to my head and lean in. So we're gonna try that first.
All right, so you're into the torch in your head into the alcove.
So it must be a really small alcove then.
No, you can do it. I'm just making sure. You're gonna stick your head in there with the torch. just checking.
Well, I have to ask myself, what would Rel do?
Yeah, Hassan says, old time. You're thinking too much on it, buddy. He taps his shoulder and he's gonna reach in.
Oh no!
And if I can, I want to try to like grab this thing as if I were trying to pick it off of someone, like trying to pick it off their neck. I want to do a pickpockets on the skeleton statue.
As soon as he starts reaching in, old Tad's just gonna be like, "Oh, here we go," and he's gonna pull this warhammer out.
What's it called? Delicate task, something like that.
It's called pickpockets, and I got a 5 out of 12 because I have a dexterity mod.
Nice. Sorry, yeah, I mean, you get in there. It's a bit far, but you're able to kind of finesse it and pull it off, and you drag the holy symbol out. And it's not something you've seen before. It looks like it's a simple holy symbol. It's about 3, maybe 4 inches round. It's made out of silver, recessed a bit, and then there's like a symbol extruded. It's basically in relief of crossbones.
Oh, okay.
Well, my friend, I'm new with the temple and everything. Have you ever seen anything like this before, Utham?
So I would look at it. I don't know, being only a level 2, would I recognize the symbol as belonging to any particular god, or?
You can tell it's a holy symbol, just because of the nature of how holy symbols are. But it is some ancient lost god, that you wouldn't know about unless you researched it.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't be a common, yeah.
But the skeleton doesn't like come alive or anything like that yet.
No, of course not. Why would a skeleton come alive?
Because it's you. That's why.
Are these human skeletons or are they snake man skeletons?
I mean, as far as you can tell, they're human. They have like clothes on. Do you want Vanessa to strip on? They seem like. No, you could tell by the skull. It was a snake, probably, but no, they look like humans as far as you can tell.
All right.
Holy symbol.
Maybe you should take that holy symbol with you in the book and give to your friends at the library you speak of.
Yes, I'm gonna actually. I asked Kassan, I said, "May I have the symbol?"
I mean, I kind of reached in and took it.
No, I mean I'll give it back.
Yeah, all right. He'll hand you the silver holy symbol.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the symbol and just kind of like hold it in my hand as I pick the book up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just pull the book off the stone. And as I pull the books off the stone, I'm gonna be like,
I'd like ready shooter.
like this.
Yeah, I mean the book is pretty ancient, so you pick it up. I'm assuming you want to close it, so
Yes.
you pick it up and you hear the spine like, and you close it up and you lift it off the the pedestal, and you have the book. It's quite heavy, but
Okay.
yeah. So you hold a
wrap
symbol in a book.
Okay. I didn't know if, this whole Indiana Jones thing, you take the
Yeah.
skull off the thing. So anyway, I'm going to wrap the book to make sure that it stays closed, and I'm going to put it in my, my backpack there.
Okay, yeah, definitely. You got the book, creepy book. I mean,
Awesome.
the skin book.
Okay, and creepy skin book.
If you were to walk,
And the silver holy symbol.
someone were to walk around the room and look into each little alcove, is there anything else glistening besides the pendants?
As far as you can tell, they all seem to be, human-ish. They're not exactly the same, of course. They are wearing these like heavy black robes with like the hoods up around, which are mostly deteriorated, of course, over time. All you can really make out is the silver glint of it. There's nothing on top of them that's obviously valuable. You'd have to, if you wanted to look more closely, you'd have to pull them out or something. But each one does have this holy symbol. A holy symbol, and that you can probably surmise it the same.
I'm more
So
interested in
are
the next
we
door.
going to let all that silver stay there, or? I mean, you guys are all the travel adventurers here, so.
If you want to take them, I mean, being greedy doesn't always pay off. I think even Rel would tell you that.
This is true. You're a wise master.
Uhtred's going to examine the next door.
Okay, yeah. So you move forward to the door. It doesn't seem to have any kind of a lock or anything on it. There's just a handle on it. But you do see in the center of the door seems basically a recess that looks kind of the negative, if you will, of the holy symbol that you have.
He'll turn, and is it Altan that has the symbol right now?
Yes,
Can I borrow that for a second?
absolutely.
So I'll take it and I'll insert it into the recess.
Okay, yeah, definitely can do that. So you take the holy symbol and you stick it in, and when you do, the door actually slides slightly open.
Nice. I'll take the torch from whoever's carrying it, and I will peer into the next room.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you look into this room. It's about maybe like 15-foot square-ish. It's got kind of a domed ceiling. Same stone makes up this entire room. There are 3 very large chests in here. They're kind of in a row. They're all open, and they seem to be piled full of bones.
Not what I was hoping for in a chest, but
No, right? He will carefully advance into the room. Just kind of watching his step, making sure he's not stepping on anything, that might trigger something.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty clear. You can see it's a big open space. So, yeah, you walk in.
I'd like to walk up to the chests.
Yeah, 3 of them. They seem to be filled with bones. Many of the bones are shattered and like broken and kind of weird, angles.
And that's all we see. Nothing on the walls, nothing on the ceiling.
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay. All right.
So
Bones.
are the bones kind of strewn around the chests or just in the chests?
No, they're in the chest. Like somebody was like, so there's a bunch of bones in the room and they threw them all in the chest to get them off the ground, basically. That's what it looks like. because they're not neatly stacked in there. They're just kind of thrown in there.
Well, do we empty the chests and see if there's anything on the bottom, or do we close the chests?
I mean, there always could be a false bottom or something to a chest.
Uhtred try closing all the chests before he does anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. So you'll have to probably move some of the bones, like kind of shuffle them around to make the chest close. But if you do that, yeah, you can close them. They close.
Can they be pushed or moved around?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, you're pretty strong. You can drag them around the room. It's like a smooth floor, so pretty easily.
Nothing underneath.
Yeah, you move them out of the way. There's nothing underneath now. They seem to be, the floor seems to be solid.
Frustrated, he'll take the first chest, he'll pop it back open and just dump it over.
Nice. All right. Bones scatter across the room.
He's losing patience. There's no treasure in here.
Yeah, you don't see any treasure.
Well, maybe everyone was right. Maybe the treasure is upstairs.
I'll empty the rest of the chests. All three, I'll tip over all three of them.
Okay. Yeah, you throw the second one on the ground, spreads out everywhere, more bones. You're kind of looking at it like, and then maybe in total frustration, you throw over the third chest. And when you do, same thing, bones spread everywhere, but one of them really sticks out to you. It looks like it's polished, and it's also been carved into a very thin, maybe like a 12-inch long stick that's polished bone. And probably most people would realize that there was some kind of, looks like some kind of magic wand.
I just point at it. Not all treasure is made of gold, my friend.
Just grunt.
Barbarian doesn't want that.
Maybe you should look at it, Vanessa.
Yep, I was just about to say, can I see that?
I would also like to see it if that's okay.
We can look at it together. I'll light another torch. So there's no light.
Pick it up and hand it to Vanessa. Here, I've got a bone for you.
Ugh.
She said, ugh.
No, I don't want. No, I'm kidding. I'll take it, but I do roll my eyes pretty heavily.
Yeah, it doesn't have any markings on it at all, which is fairly unusual for a magic wand. But you get the feeling just because of how it looks. Oh, and also, yeah, Uhtred knows that it's magic for sure. He can sense it.
It's even been polished.
I'm not listening to you anymore. Your
Sorry,
words poof
sorry.
right through me.
Maybe you
So
should
there's
just
no
say
markings at all.
hocus pocus and point it at the wall or something.
Wall of Washington. No. No markings at all. It's just like a single carved
Yep.
bone. Okay.
Surely this thing has a use. I would say have a magician look at it.
We happen to know what it is.
They
Oh,
do
we
know.
can figure out its use really easy.
No.
Would like really just point at the wall and try and use
Just
it?
point it and yeah, flick. I think they usually have a magic word associated with them or something to activate them. It's
But I
usually
would have no idea what it would be. There's no
Love-
carvings. There's no.
Leviosa.
Magic.
Yeah, what you would know as a bard for sure is that most wands are the tools of magicians. So typically only magicians can really use them. And then there would be a magic word. And if a wand, if you were to find a wand with no word, it can be found like through research. So it's not like,
there might be someone here that could use magic devices. Someone new a friend that you just recently met
Oh,
that
I know who you're talking
has
about.
dealt with magical devices before and has used them.
I can utilize magic items normally restricted to magicians, my dear.
Can you?
So,
Okay.
It's what it says, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Well, two heads are often better than ones.
So what I think I'll do is take it to the librarians and see if they can help.
Help with what? Just point it and flick it.
Well, new kid.
We don't need a librarian to tell us what a wand does.
New kid. If it does not serve rail, there's no use of it to you. You will not be able to use it at all.
You do not know that. I would
Well,
make
I
use of
do
I
magic.
think
know
he just
enough.
wants to see what'll happen.
I do know enough to know that if it is not especially of a deity, that there's nothing you can do with it. I do know that.
Well,
I'm gonna put it away in my pack and we'll find the word, Kasan. I promise that I'll let you try it out if I find out what the right word is.
If it is attuned to a magic user in class, you two clerics cannot use it.
Yes, that's actually true.
Yes, see, I do know some things.
I never doubted it, Golden. I mean, Brigham.
Golden Gate.
At this point, I'm just gonna point it at Kasan and Uhtred and just flick it.
Wait, I didn't do it.
Yeah, but you got on my nerves earlier.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You know what? Roll a d6.
Oh, no!
It's gonna be very difficult because you don't know the magic word. But
If you change him into a 6-year-old girl, this is going to be the greatest day ever.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been turned into a woman.
Yikes.
Same.
2.
2. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Oh, boo.
Well, I will. You see, Kasan, I promise that we'll figure out what it does, and depending on what it does, we'll give it to the right person. Or if nobody can use it, then we'll get lots of money for it. And I'll put it in my backpack.
Nice. Yeah. So you got a magic wand, bone wand.
Could have made another comment.
Which is good because I wasn't actually trying to hurt them. I was just.
That is what Rel would do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to
It's
give
still-
her credit. She went for it.
Yeah.
But there was no other doors in this room. I don't remember.
There are no other doors in the room. There's just basically a whole bunch of bones thrown on the ground now and 3 empty chests.
Okay, well that was fun. Still we got the creepy stone, guys. So do we
Yeah,
want to
you
continue
do
to go?
actually. And on that note, everybody make another sorcery save.
No shit.
Be down there for a while.
21.
20.
17.
Me too.
I missed it by 1.
Okay, if you failed the save, you will lose 1 hit point. As you feel yourself being drained of energy.
I reach up, grab my head, and start complaining of, it's like, ah. I was like, oh my God.
I look back. I wasn't pointing the wand at you.
No, but I've got this raging headache all of a sudden.
Well, we probably should go get some fresh air then.
I think Brighild speaks the truth. This place will be here. We can come back.
Yes, maybe once we'll make it through a place where we don't have our arses handed to us in the first damn room. Like that.
That kind of place exists.
Well, I mean, if you're building
I
a
only-
secure location, you want to make your first room the toughest one, right?
Yes.
Right.
Like, what kind of idiot makes the first rooms easy and puts all the tough stuff at
Oh,
the end?
I mean, no, I totally get it. I'm just saying that Ultan, that's how Ultan would feel about it.
No, that's basically you got to realize. Like sometimes you see adventures like that. It's like, why is the first room so easy? It's like, wouldn't you want to stop people before they get too far in?
Yeah.
I guess unless you try and trap them. All right, so you come out of that room. Are you taking that holy symbol back? Or you're gonna leave it there in the door. Whoever, I guess Uhtred left it in the door.
Oh, I think we want to take a holy symbol with us, right,
Yeah.
Kasan?
Did it function as a key?
Yeah.
It functions as a key for that door, yeah.
Yeah, y'all were going to take it in the book to the
Yeah.
librarians or whatever.
I would definitely take it, because if someone else comes down here and they take the symbols with them, then we will no longer have a key to these doors.
Does that door close again if you take the symbol out?
Yeah, you won't be able to get the symbol out unless you close the door. That's what I was getting at. So basically, if you try to get it, you can't get it, and then finally you realize if you push the door closed, it like pops off.
All right, this might sound crazy, but maybe we should try another symbol from one of the other bodies.
Try it, what, on the same door or a different door? Or?
Like I said, it may sound crazy, but you know, I've seen some strange things since we've been here. I've been to some strange places. I mean, maybe a different symbol from a different body might do something different.
It sounds like you need fresh air too.
Do as you will. I'm gonna lean against this wall and hope this damn headache goes away.
So Uta run over to one of the other alcoves and grab the symbol
Okay.
and try it on the door.
All right. Sure. I'll just roll randomly. Okay. So yeah, you pull it off the nearest one, and you kind of go over, you stick it on the door, and yeah, sure enough, the door opens up a little bit.
Same room?
You pull the door open?
Yeah.
No, it's not the same room.
Aha.
Ah, look at him, smart guy.
You open the door a bit, and you see this room is smaller. It's probably only about like 10 foot by 10 foot. In it is, against the far wall away from you, is basically well, there's actually, I guess, two shelves. So yeah, on which there are a total of 13 golden statues. Each one is about 6-17 inches tall. And each one is depicting I'll read it for you. Depicting various horrible deaths: decapitation, evisceration, disembowelment, quartering, hanging, flaying, starvation, burning, freezing, drowning, estanguation. What's estanguation?
Insanguination,
Yeah, what is it?
massive blood loss.
Oh, okay. Suffocating and mauling.
Friendly place.
And they're quite beautiful in their grotesque depictions of the deaths.
Oh,
Mhm.
Uhtred, beautiful but grotesque. That should ring a bell for you.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think you should touch those things, Uhtred. They may hold some terrible curse as soon as you touch them and inflict you.
Maybe. Hmm.
You would think that they're probably worth, somewhere in the vicinity of 1,000 gold pieces each.
13.
Uhtred touches every one of them.
Brigild's just like, I wanted to leave for hours.
Well, I'll tell you what, we could stand safely outside of this room, and I could shoot one with an arrow, and we'll see what happens.
I imagine
Depends.
the metal tip of an arrow is not going to have any effect on it. If there's some curse, it will probably be on a curse on the flesh.
True.
Do I
but
sense any
there
magic
were-
from them?
No, I mean, it's hard to say because this whole place is so weird. But yeah, you don't take anything that's nothing feels differently magic about this, but the whole room feels that same kind of quasi magic feel.
Oh, what the hell? You only live once, right? He'll go in there and how tall are they? How
How tall
heavy?
are they?
How heavy?
I mean, they're gold, so they're and they're maybe like 6 or 8 inches tall. So I'd say they probably weigh like maybe like 5-6 pounds. Right, that would make sense. Gold's very heavy.
I'll
I'm gonna stay outside the room. Just so
take my large travel bag that I have, and I'll just kind of scoop them all up into my bag.
Oh, you're gonna
I'll
do
die.
like
I'll die in 13 ways if I can.
a. Okay, so yeah, you. Oh, interesting. Roll a d8.
8. Okay. 2.
Bring in the pain.
We didn't hear you.
I said 2.
2. Okay. All right. So you managed to get 2 before they all disappear. But the very first one you touched was, let's see, since it doesn't really necessarily say, we'll just roll a d13
13. Okay.
or d12. I mean, just
Yeah, I'll just roll 12 and add 1.
Yeah.
So I got 11.
Oh, fantastic.
What
Okay.
does that mean?
I shrivel up to nothingness.
Oh, it's strangulation.
Ah,
Say it
look at that.
Okay, so as soon as you touch this thing, you immediately foresee what could be your death by massive blood loss as you lay bleeding out from various wounds. It's a terrible feeling, but you're able to scoop that one and the suffocating one into your bag, and then the rest kind of disappear.
That stands to reason.
I know that's actually not a surprise. You're not shocked at all. You're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Sanguinary.
Yeah. So yeah, it's probably a little bit of a freak out, but maybe not for Richard because they could be worse deaths for you. Possibly like death as an old man or something. So yeah, you see that, and so there's probably like a moment where your eyes go like, and then it's that kind of freezes you. So then by the time you like move again, only 2 of them have fallen into your bag, but the rest are gone.
Okay. And that's all that was in that room.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll step out of the room and look at everybody else and say, anybody else want to try one?
Well, they're gone.
I meant the,
the holy symbol, you mean?
the holy symbols, yeah. I take the one that I put in the door out, and I'll put that symbol in my bag as well.
Nice.
And then ask if anybody else wants to try a door. Symbol.
I mean, I'll try one, but I don't know that it'd be smart for me to walk in to a room and I just kind of glance down at myself, still bloodied.
Can just take what we've got and leave.
I mean, if you want to, again, if you want to,
All right, Utra to go grab one more and try one more.
What about you, new kid? Do you not want to try to open up a room of treasures?
I grabbed a necklace earlier. Remember the first one? I did that. Were you not paying attention?
that was mine. That's mine.
Wow,
You have not done one yet, Brighild. Would you like to do one?
No, I don't.
He's like, nope. Fuck that.
All right, Utra is just mesmerized with the concept, so he'll try one more. He can't help himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth the.
It's worth trying. I think we should try them all. I just don't know if we should try them all right this second, but go ahead.
Shit, how many more are there?
Well, there's 9.
Oh,
There was 9 bodies.
So there's 7 more.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. More than I thought.
I mean, there may be a dragon or something behind a door, but
I just think that at the same time, Vanessa made a good point earlier about being greedy. And,
Well, let me ask you all this question. If this book and the things that we take are worth good coin, will we be coming back here again?
I mean, that makes sense, right? But you know what?
or will we be moving on?
I mean, it's a 2-day trip here, right? 3 days,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes.
How many more days, Daniel, till the caravan comes that we're supposed to
The
go
caravan
with?
should already be in town now. It should have got there.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one we're supposed to go on?
Yeah, but it'll stay for
About a week, you said.
weeks anyways. Well, you don't know. You have to talk to them, but you know that the caravan would probably hang out for at least a week. But yeah, it would be. It took you 2 days to get there. Then plus you stayed over. So yeah, you're on the 3rd day right now. So the caravan is just arriving in Zambala today.
So Uhtred looks at the party. All right, I appreciate all you guys being careful. If you guys want to leave, go ahead. I'm going to do one more door.
Well, if
Well,
it's
Richard, I've already said I will follow you. So.
if it's one more door, we can go for one more. But what I say is, or my suggestion, God knows I am by no means am I in charge. But what I say is, we go back, we see if this book fetches a price similar to that of that staff, and if it does, then we can decide whether we wish to chance coming back here again, or if we feel that it is time to simply move on from this place. It appears that Zambala has no love for us, and that we are quickly running out of our welcome. So, if we can pocket fair coin and then catch another caravan, then so be it. Or we can risk it and come back again. But it's a decision we can make. The ride here is not long, nor
Why
is
can
it
we-
difficult.
Why can we not just camp outside for a night and come back in this place tomorrow instead of going all the way back?
That's a
Well,
good idea too.
we can. That just means that we will still have the book. But again, I'm just throwing things out there. If you want to camp and rest, then so be it.
Well, because there's evidently a whole nother upper level that we are not even close to getting to yet.
But I will not lie, I will likely require more than a day. I don't know if my wounds will heal in a single night.
Doesn't your god give you spells every day like mine does?
Well, I have prayers I can use, yes, but if I burn them first thing in the morning, then what will we do when we get inside?
I mean,
His
you don't have to
gifts,
burn them
his
first thing.
gifts are not infinite.
Well, I tell you what, if you wanted to camp out for like a day or two, we could, pray for the healing blessings of our gods. And at the end of each day, use those blessings.
I said before, days ago, when I first began to walk with you, that and I motioned to everybody other than Kassan, because Kassan wasn't there when I did that. And I said I would walk with you. I was here to serve you, here to serve you. And if that is what you wish to do, then I will do it. Yunde will
Why don't
see.
you make another sorcery saving throw?
Shit.
All of us?
Yep, I failed that one too.
Oh, a nat 20, so 22.
Getting
You are
lucky on these
resistant.
sorcery
19.
saves.
I'm getting lucky on these.
If you fail, take a point of damage.
All right. So I grab my head again, and I'm like, I do know that I think I would like to have even if it's a meal by a campfire and some water. This headache just seems to not go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uhtred, if you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah, our friend seems weak here. Perhaps we should come back in the morning, Uhtred.
Told you guys to go. All right, fine. Let's go.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm being called by Michelle for just a second. Give me 1 second.
All right. Cool.
While everybody else is leaving, he's going to go back and open the door.
With a different one? Different
Yeah.
symbol?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He's like a kid in a candy shop. He can't help himself now.
You push it in and turn it, and it pops open just like the other ones. And inside is it's something very strange to you. It basically, it looks like you've probably seen. I mean, clearly you've seen wheels and stuff. It looks like cogs, kind of turning and twisting and somehow kind of manipulating. When you know, it's kind of like spinning, like it's almost like in a circle, like these mechanisms are spinning. And when you open the door, like it kind of like between the center of it kind of glows and flickers. It's like a large gem. And you hear a voice, and it says, ask me your question and I shall answer.
Where will I find my fate? My destiny. That's what I want.
You will find it at the end of your sword.
Okay. Thank you, wise glowy thing.
You're welcome.
Can I ask more questions or just the one?
One question per customer.
All right, so I close the door. Okay. And leave.
Okay, yeah. So you follow up behind the rest, and you guys are heading towards the staircase to leave.
Oh, I screwed up my question. I just thought of a better one.
You can tell us about it, and we can ask a question tomorrow.
All right, good idea. Very good idea. I took the stone out of that door, and I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you've got actually 3 of them now, right?
Yeah.
Who else has?
I have 2, and Altane has 1.
Ah, okay. So you guys are walking up the stairs. You know, back to the first room that you were in. You start feeling a little. Well, everybody starts feeling a little bit better than they felt because you're out of that kind of evil floor room. And you're in that original room, and you're gonna leave, right? That's the plan. So you start walking, and you remember coming down 50 or so feet here, and maybe you're tired. You're thinking, whatever, why it's taking so long, but you walk, and you walk, and you walk, and then you kind of look, and Uhtred is somehow way ahead of you all. You seem to be getting further and further behind Uhtred as he's walking. And then eventually, Uhtred, you come out of the space, and you look back and you don't see them. And you guys are walking.
I'm actually
Well, also-
outside.
Yep, you're outside. You and Altan are outside.
Oh, because we have Jim. Okay.
And you guys are just walking and walking.
Did we,
and
like when we saw him getting far away, if we would have yelled at him to slow down or something, what kind of response would we got?
he didn't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry.
I would
You're
turn
at the
around.
top.
I would turn around and go back down.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. So you turn around and start walking back down, and like within like a handful of steps, you see the party, and you kind of walk to them.
What are you guys doing? Come on.
Why did you move so fast away from us?
And I'll turn around and walk back out again.
Right. So the same thing happens. It doesn't take you very long, and you're out, and everybody else is kind of behind. And once he's just a few steps in front of you, you call to him again. You can't hear.
Oh.
I'm beginning to think that there's some kind of magic here.
Well, yeah, it's because we're carrying those. We're carrying.
Yeah, we
those.
all need a symbol.
Yeah, y'all need a symbol. So Uhtred to go back down again, and once he gets to the party again, he's like, "Come on, what's going on?" And while he's saying that, he's going to walk up to Panesta and he's going to hand her that last symbol that he took for that door with the question.
So
When you put this in the door, the guy will tell you to ask him a question. I think you'll know what to do.
But I'm not going to do that right now. Weren't we trying to leave?
Yeah, we're trying, but us three are not having any luck.
I'm gonna try and
just
walk out again.
Oh yeah, so now you can, of course, Panesta.
Yep.
So Olten, just so you know what's going on, Rush, you basically were able to walk straight out, but most of the party was not. They seem to be held in some kind of a time loop. But of course, Panesta's not now either. So Panesta joined you at the top. Uhtred, did you also leave or no?
Yeah, I left as well.
Yeah, so you left, and again, the rest of the party they're walking.
Where is
So,
everyone?
where do you hail from?
Well, just because I realize what's going on doesn't mean Uhtred does.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just like, where's everyone else?
I don't know. They're lollygagging back there.
Well, Brighild was pretty hurt. Maybe we should go back and try to help her.
I put my hand on my head again and I say, yes, let's.
You don't have. You can stay here, Ultan. I'll go back and see if she needs to lean on me or something.
I'll go back with them again.
I'll wait at the entrance. If you need a hand, just shout.
Okay.
I'll go try to like.
them-
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll go if I see Brighild and Kazan. I'll try to like. Brighild, do you need help walking? And try to like support her out.
I'm not that bad. I'm still queasy, but I'm better than I was. Y'all just keep moving too fast for us, though.
Yeah. But like after you grabbed that holy symbol, you just kind of left us behind.
Oh, that's true.
Let's try holding hands.
Kassan will quickly grab Uhtred's hand.
I'll grab Brighild.
And they'll merrily skip out the door.
Yeah, you guys walk and walk and walk and walk, and you can't. Now it seems like you're not making any progress.
Okay.
Perhaps we each need a symbol. Uhtred, you have extras, right?
Well, I gave one of them to Panesta, and I have one other one. I'll hand it to Brighild so she can leave. And I'm like, come on, let's go get two more.
All right. Yeah, I'll come with you, Uhtred.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Altan is outside by himself getting attacked by the wandering monster.
Yeah, Panessa will go out. She'll be like, I better go
That
check on
one-
Ultan.
Will you
And
please?
I'll leave.
Indigo is out there.
Will you please stop giving him ideas? I can.
Oh no,
digest-
they don't need to give me those kind of ideas.
I
You know I
was
have.
gonna say, I can die just fine on my own. Thank you very much.
Panessa will
No,
go
you're
out.
fine out there, actually.
3 liches attack you.
Yes.
You come back down. There are 3 liches walking around. You come back down into that original kind of that floor, basically, which has the weird. This is Kassan and Uhtred. I guess Brighild is leaving because you have a symbol now.
Yeah, if Uhtred told me to go ahead and leave, yeah.
Yeah, and Panesta also left, I'm assuming.
Yep, I left.
Yeah, so you guys get down to that room again, and you hear, actually, from those stairs that go down, you actually hear somebody talking down there.
Kassan's going to put up his hand real quick for Uhtred. He wants to try to move silently towards the stairs, and then he's going to listen down if he's successful.
Okay. What's your move, silent?
My move silent is 6 out of 12.
Okay.
And
your discern
and my discern noise is also a 5 out of 12.
Okay. Yeah, you work your way over, to the area there, and you listen, and you hear something. It sounds like somebody is kind of mumbling to themselves. It's hard to tell what they're saying exactly, but it definitely sounds like a human voice, almost like somebody's like, "Oh, this is, yeah." Like it's not a conversation. It's definitely somebody like talking to themselves.
Hassan will look to Uhtred and yeah, he'll actually move back to Uhtred real quick, and he's gonna like whisper to him like, "I hear someone downstairs. They're talking, but I can't quite make out what they're saying."
Can you get closer?
I could attempt to move more silently down there. If you hear me yell, come running with your sword. You slew the water dragons that can turn men to stone. I trust that you will be able to help me. And he'll pat your shoulder.
I have moved silent as well, so I can go meet him.
Oh, well, then let us sneak down together.
Okay. You are holding a torch, of course.
I forgot all about the whole torch thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know
I mean,
what?
one of you is holding a torch, yeah.
You know what? Forget it. Ulton, I'll hold the torch. I only have a bow and a dagger, but I'll hold the torch for you, and let's both go down there, and maybe it's maybe something friendly down there. You never know.
Is what it is. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. You guys walk down the stairs. I guess my point about the torch was that even if you were to move silently, if you walk into the dark area with a torch, I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
I get it. Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
you fall down, you walk down the stairs, and near the bottom, you kind of come out of that weird stone area that you've been in, like that kind of veined stone, back to kind of normal stone. And in front of you is a simple wood door. It's actually pushed about halfway open, and you can see into it. In that room is a man. He is sitting in a circle of candles, so he's actually lit up. He's wearing basically like what you would think might be like a sleeping gown, but it's kind of torn up. He's got a very long beard, and he's got a super long scroll in front of him on the ground. He's reading it kind of out loud to himself, and he's looking back at it, and he's like, yeah. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Kassan looks at Uhtred kind of like just giving him a look of like, what do you want to do?
Oh, and also, let me just give you the full room. So the room itself is just a regular stone room. Besides the man and the circle of candles, past him on the other side, I mean, you wouldn't have to go through him, basically, but on the other side of the room, there is actually a ladder going down into the darkness.
Well, hello. Uhtred to say hello.
Okay.
You're going
He
that route?
doesn't seem to hear you. He doesn't react at all.
He's in the circle of candles.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Where was this room in relation to where we were going?
Down. You were going basically from that level. You were going you would have went to the east to get back to that room that you were looking for, but you went down instead, down into the west, technically.
So we went the wrong way.
Well, you went a different direction because you heard the guy and decided to investigate. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could go back up and you would be in the right spot again, but you saw that you heard this, so you know what they say about curiosity and the cats and everything.
Yeah, Uhtred is
Curiosity
curious.
is the cat treasure.
Hassan is also curious. This does not bode well for either of them.
Uhtred will walk closer.
Okay.
Yeah, Hassan is with him. Yeah.
When you start to walk closer, as you approach the ring of candles, the man seems to fade and then disappear. But the candles are still there, of course.
I say we do not touch those candles.
Yeah.
Let us go get a holy symbol, friend, and we can inform the others of what we saw. But this place is very exciting. I like it a lot.
Very intriguing. Yeah, so back to the room with the symbols.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. You pull another holy symbol off the one of the corpses of the skeletons, and head back up. And if you were to do just Yep.
Hassan's gonna say, "Hey, want to try the door one more time?"
Uhtred just give him a grin. Sure.
Hassan's gonna walk up with the holy symbol that he grabbed and shove it in the door.
Okay. It opens. It pops open and it's a small room. And what you see is not bones, but actual like body parts of what is probably human, although some of them are a little bit large, kind of scattered all over the floor. And there's a large table in here. And you see laying on the table, kind of half sewn together, is a corpse of a man.
Nothing in there. He's gonna close the door and take the symbol back out.
Okay.
And seeing as though Uhtred has another symbol in his hand, he might as well put it in the door.
Oh, you took another one too?
Well, I have to get out, right?
He gave
Didn't you
his
have
to
three
me.
originally?
I gave one to Kassan and I gave one to Brighild so they can both leave.
No, you gave one to me. You gave me the one
Oh,
so I could
yeah,
ask
sorry.
a question.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but didn't you have three though? I mean, you can get another. You can get another if you want.
Ultan had the third one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Altan.
he only
Oh,
took
I
two
got you.
originally.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so you're gonna try it.
Why not?
Why not?
Okay. You open up the door, and there is again kind of a small room. This room is pretty much always the same size. Inside is a cage. The cage is about 4 or 5 feet tall. Inside the cage is a very old woman. She's wearing clothes that are kind of torn and tattered. She looks super ancient, and she kind of looks up at you and she says, "I'm so thirsty. I need beer.
Beer.
Please, beer."
Is there anything else in the room other than the cage and her?
Nope.
Nothing in there either.
I have water. I'll shout across the room to her. I have water.
Beer. I need beer.
I don't have beer. And I'll close the door.
As you close the door, she basically curses you out. She's like, well, screw you then.
You
I have
know,
any beer. Boom.
Uhtred. One of those other crosses might hold a beer room.
Beer room. Well,
Both of you make a sorcery saving throw.
Finally failed.
Okay.
Just made it.
You take a 1 hit point of damage. And you're feeling sick.
You know what? I think I'm getting a little low on air here. Maybe we should just come back in the morning, Uhtred.
Sounds good. Tempted fate long enough today, I think.
All right. Let us go, my friend.
So
Okay. You start to head out. So basically simultaneously, up top, you guys are waiting for these guys to come back, and you hear a voice, and an old man with a really long beard that looks like he's in like kind of a tattered sleeping gown. He's got kind of in his hand like a big scroll. It's all folded up though, and he kind of steps around the pillars and he sees the three of you that are outside, and he says, "It's time for you to go." And the ground starts shaking.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I mean, like he's
Just think of the same thing, and I immediately start like moving for my camel.
Yeah, go for the camel, I guess. Well, what about
yeah. I
the
mean,
other
it's
two?
like the building and stuff shaking and stuff. I mean,
The ground is,
collapsing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. The Brickhill's gonna get out of there.
Yeah, the camels start getting a little crazy. This guy's just kind of still standing. He's just standing there. And you kind of catch out of the corner of your eye that he's almost like translucent a bit. And then he winks out. And a few seconds later, your two friends kind of walk out casually. Well, you guys, the ground's not shaking for you until you step out. And when you guys step out of the ground, Uhtred and Uhtred and Cassian, as soon as you step out, the ground is shaking really hard,
Yeah.
and you see the rest of the party grabbing their stuff.
I'm just going to shout to them and say, "Get on your camels. We got to go right now." Explain later.
Yeah, you guys, it's literally you step out and like the stairs that you came off of start to collapse in. Like now there's just a hole in the ground there.
Oh man, but that place was so cool.
Yep.
It's crumbling around you now.
You can stay there if you like. We're out of here.
I'm already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and you're gonna need to make a save. There, those who are just standing there.
Oh no, I'm on my camel.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards my camel. I mean,
Yeah. Well, you were having a conversation. So
all right, I'll make a save.
let's see. It is
I failed my save.
But who all needs to make the save then?
And Uhtred, I guess, because Uhtred was standing there as well,
Okay.
not running for the camel.
What kind of shit?
Well, you get +2 on all of them, so it doesn't really matter. Avoidance, I think, would be the one.
I only rolled 11.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, if the ground's collapsing, and you basically, your camels take it. Like you like run to your camels, and like those pillars that were standing up just come down on your camels and crush them.
No,
I know it sucks.
not the camel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Assuming they'll start to run, away from that, the ground just is collapsing. And as you kind of run away a bit, you see that whole area just like starts to like there's like a drop of maybe like about 20 feet, kind of like a crater basically. And dust is coming up and stuff. And then as you're kind of all assembling around, you can see that it's all broken up and crumbled in now. And what you notice though is that all the ground that's there, like at first it just looks like the regular dirt, and then all of a sudden you start seeing those like red veins that were in that evil stone starts to like work their way into the dirt.
All right. So they lost both their camels.
Yep, 2 camels down.
All right, but they're still they made it by running.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get right to the edge, and I'll ride over to Kasan, and like lean down to like grab him and see if I can pull him up onto the back of the camel with me. And I say, get on the back, get on this camel with me.
You don't have to ask me twice.
It's good that you brought camels because you're riding doubles.
Yeah.
And they can hold more weight. Yeah, so you can scoop up. I don't know if somebody wants to take Uhtred, or you'll be walking, I guess.
I'll take Uhtred.
It sounds so bothered and put out. I reckon I'll take this son of a bitch.
No. He's a good egg. He just can be annoying.
Yeah, so as you kind of it's so funny this whole thing takes place in the summer where it doesn't get dark, because I can never do that as the night falls.
Yes.
But as the night falls, so basically, even though it's the light is low, you just see that, and you can just sense, like, you don't need a spell for this. You can just sense that there's something quite evil below the ground. That who knows what might happen in the future.
So I'm assuming that we're like spurning our camels on, and we're making a good clip away from this place. And I'm just going to kind of shout out and say, well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think we're done here. I'm not coming back. So
I would have if it wouldn't have collapsed on us.
Nope, I'm good. We're going to hope that the book sells.
I really wish I could have asked my question.
It's not the first nor the last evil that you've left in the desert. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm sure of that. So,
Future generation.
You know,
Okay.
there's a chance that we doomed that entire village that helped us out.
Well, or they could have just collapsed. We don't know that.
Yeah, let's. It was still like 36. No, it was like a day or something, right? Not by
It's
camel
half day.
travel.
18
Yeah, it's
miles.
like 18 miles. Yeah, it's not super close to the village. It's not super close to any village. I mean, it's basically evening time now, but I mean, since you may probably not want to be next to this thing, you can certainly ride through the night, since it's day, back to the safety of that village and rest up a bit before you head back to Zimbala.
Uhtred's on the back of that camel asleep. His head's on Podesta's shoulder and he's drooling on her.
Nice.
Kasan is doing the same to Ultan.
Podesta's just like, oh my gosh, I just can't.
I
no.
look at Panessa and I say, well, you know the old saying about having a clear conscience. Men with a clear conscience can sleep anywhere.
Right.
And so I look at Brighild and Panesta and I go, well, they're sleeping. Do we make for the village or do we just make straight for Zambala?
I say we camp in the village, and some of us are still not feeling well, it appears.
I know I'm not. So that sounds good to me.
And just hope that a Wendigo doesn't attack the village while we're there. Is that what we're just
Well,
okay.
it was-
No, and it doesn't. Yeah, you're able to get to the village, no problem. They receive you, of course, and you can stay on for a couple of days or whatever it takes to heal back your wounds before you head back to Zimbala. Unfortunately, they don't have any horses or camels or anything to sell you, so it's either riding double back or taking turns or however you want to do it. So maybe it takes you a little bit longer, but you should be able to get back to Zimbala. Let's see. You're here. Travel, stay. Probably by the 24th. It would be the fastest, or the 25th. So about a week after the caravan arrives. So when you get back to Zambala, the caravan will probably be getting ready to leave, possibly. But we'll find out, I guess, what you're going to do about that next time, right?
Okay.
Unless somebody wants to do something else.
No, the only thing I'd want to do is once we got back into Zambala, the first thing I'd want to do is take the book to the library. Well, should the book go to the library or should we just contact the artifact guy?
The artifact guy is the satrap.
Yeah, but didn't he have a middleman?
Yeah, the
The
middleman was
librarians.
Library guy.
I'm sorry.
that was
what?
The librarians.
the librarian. Was,
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, well then that's the only thing that's other than resting. That's the only thing that he's going to want to do is go to the librarians and say, I think I may have found another ancient artifact.
Um,
okay.
We
You were going
can
to show
deal
them
with
that holy
one.
symbol too.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would need to show him the wand.
And I'd like to show him the statues without touching them again.
Kasan would like to take his holy symbol since it seems like he won't need it anymore. He wants to have it melted down and made into a holy symbol of Rel.
Okay. I mean, it would probably cost you more to do that than just to buy a holy symbol of Rel, but if you wanted to melt that one down,
Oh,
you can.
really? Okay, never mind then. I'll just
Yeah.
buy a holy
I
symbol.
mean,
of Rel.
I'll have to look because you have to pay for a craftsman to make it. You can actually get holy symbols of Rel for silver. I'll look and see what it costs. We'll look at it. I think it actually has more value just in and of itself.
Okay,
really
that's
well.
fine. I thought it might be, cheaper. Just to be like, oh,
No, it's cool. I mean, it's a cool thing to do. If you don't care about the value, then that's pretty awesome. But because the symbol itself is worth 50.
Oh, well.
But I think you can buy a holy symbol. A silver holy symbol costs. Let's see. I'm curious here. Holy symbol, silver, 25. So yeah, if you melt this down, you're not only going to lose the value of it because it's an artifact, but also it's going to probably cost you at least 25 to have it made into that. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it if you want.
No, never mind. Like I said, I'll just sell the holy symbol and buy a silver holy symbol.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you guys are looking to sell the stuff, I will write down. I'll factor all that, and I'll let you know. I'll put it in the chat. With the experience. So I can't do the experience points until I know if you're going to sell stuff. So I will. Well, I guess it won't matter. It's all valuable, except for the wand. The wand's the only thing that's flexible because you get different experience if you sell it versus keeping it.
Right.
And
And I won't know until I know what it does, if I want to keep it or whatever.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll be able to figure it out pretty easily with a little research. So that's that. Yeah, and we'll deal with it next week. We'll figure out where we're going to go from here. We'll go back in Zimbala.
Can we
Maybe
go
you'll write-
drinking? Vanessa
Oh,
wants
you
to go drinking.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I wonder if we should. Well, I guess we could just do it now. But everybody forgets their. Don't forget your percentages. Because people
no,
ask me, what was the percentage? Just make a note of what it is because we don't know how much money it is. So, okay. So the new rule for that, by the way, is if you don't want to carouse, then you're just going to have to spend 10% on upkeep, but you won't get experience points for it. So it's up to you if you want to carouse or not.
Well,
Well, of course I'm going to go drinking with my new buddies.
I think I'm
You
going
guys
to
are
skip this
awesome.
round because after having two
Full time.
horrible.
Full time. Come
Nah,
on.
dude, I've lost so
The
much
life of
money.
You're the life of the party.
I am the life
Come
of
on,
the
let me buy
party.
you one drink.
Well, you can buy me one drink. That's fine, but I'm not buying me one drink because so far I've spent over 600 gold. Have
Full
pretty
time.
much nothing to show for it. So
Well, you got experience points. Come on now. It's
What would Rel do?
I am not a follower of Rel.
The two statues that I got, one was I can't even say it.
Yep.
Exsanguination.
Examination. And what was the other one?
Suffocation. Yeah. And they're worth about 1,000 gold a piece. Experience point value, but if you sell them, obviously you won't get exactly that. But I mean, you might get more. Who knows? But probably not, because they're clearly. As soon as anybody touches it, they're going to know it's not exactly a nice object to have. Okay, so I'll just go through the list and we'll see if people want to. All right, Kassan, are you going to carouse?
Oh yeah, Kazan's gonna carouse.
All right, so roll a d6.
5.
Oh, fantastic. Roll another d6.
3.
3. Okay, so you will spend 70% of the take this time.
Okay.
Excellent. And roll a percentile.
Okay. 35.
35. How about you? You incur someone's anger or were angered yourself and have agreed to a duel.
Nice.
Physical or sorceress? Oh, okay. Hold on. I have to roll. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you have challenged somebody to a duel, which I guess we'll deal with at the beginning of next session.
Sounds good.
Roll up a new
How
character.
dare you say that about my mother?
He
Slash the
said,
person
roll
with
up
my
a new
glass.
character.
First, we'll have another new character. Okay. Uhtred, would you like to carouse?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Roll a d6.
Oh boy, 5.
5. Oh, no. Roll another one.
3.
Was it?
3.
3. Okay. So 70% also. You guys like to spend 70%. And roll a percentile. Let's see if we can get any Snake Man love.
75.
Man, love.
I'm sorry, 70 what?
75.
75. Oh, you didn't actually spend your money. You got robbed. Ooh.
God.
Oh, somebody else got that once too. That
Tony,
sucks.
I think.
Nope, never was me, I don't think.
Oh,
No, I think it was Zulia.
Oh,
Rush.
Zulia. That's right, Zulia.
Yeah.
What'd I do?
Yeah, you got robbed.
Oh, yeah.
You probably got a little drunk and then got robbed. So you're probably like, I'm not as hungover as I should be with the amount of money I spent because somebody picked your pocket. Maybe it was Kassan.
It's a
Well,
dual Uhtred next week, huh?
Exactly. Panesta, did we already do you? No, right? Panesta.
No, I do want to carouse. I'm really
of
mad
course.
I didn't get to ask a question. 6.
Oh no. All right, roll another one.
Oh, God.
You guys are spending that money.
1.
Oh, okay, 50%. That's not bad. But you get to roll on the percentile table. Could be another
Yay.
snake man in your future. It could be Aramis this time.
Oh my god. That would make my day. I mean, that would be, I don't know, that would be so epic. 50, actually 50.
50. I swear you made a foolish pledge loudly and in public to do something hazardous. Oh.
No.
Okay, so this is actually, I think, something that,
Yeah.
yeah, you did, right?
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
It worked out so well for me.
Roll a what?
Roll a d6.
Okay. 6.
6. Steal a valuable for an important local. Same thing that you got. Okay, so I got to look under dangerous liaisons.
Not so funny now, is it?
Oh, it's still funny. I steal something from Aramis, right? Is that what?
Yes,
yeah.
roll a d6. It could be
2.
2. No, local militia commander. Oh, that's interesting. All right, we're going to figure that out.
It's getting better and better.
Good thing you're leaving.
I'm
Yep.
already wanted by like everyone, so why not? You know, I'm gonna have to change my hair again. I'll start looking for new pictures.
Takes her forever.
All right, so we'll have to figure that one out. And we did Uhtred, so how about break killed? You gonna party out?
Yep.
Okay. D6.
That is a 3.
Okay. Another D6.
A 2.
Okay, only 20% for you and nothing crazy.
All right.
All righty. There you go. So, and you sure you're not gonna party there all the time, huh?
Nope.
All right. No extra XP for you.
No extra XP for me.
I love that extra XP.
That's right. That's how you get. That's why Podesta's like 28th level at this
Well,
point.
for one, I also don't. I mean, I don't even know how much money do I even have.
Well, we're gonna figure it out. That's
Oh,
why it's only a percentage.
okay.
Yeah.
I do have
It's-
almost
I mean, it's
8,000
gonna-
XP. I have 7,873 experience. So.
Wow. Holy
In,
crap.
in Lover Boy, you owe me 110 gold for that camel.
Oh shit! You didn't say nothing about that. You didn't say it was a loan.
Well, you ain't that good.
Oh shit! God
I love
damn!
it.
You gotta pay back to that
All
camel.
right, I guess I better corral. Can you ever win money while you carouse? Like, what if I want to go gambling?
You can actually. One of the things is that, yeah. You
All
can.
right, well, all right. God damn it! What do I do?
Oh, oh, really? All right, let me put it back up.
Yeah, why
I mean, there's
not?
not a very good chance that you could win. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like.
No,
All right, let me pull it back up.
I'm being peer pressured here.
Well, it's all for the experience points.
I
mean, it's not real
understand.
money.
I understand.
I have to remember that gambling. Fun.
I think that you can. I'm pretty sure one of the gambling ones has you win.
I mean, it would only make sense.
Yeah. Anyways, let's do it. If you D6,
2,
2. All right. So roll another D6.
3.
All right, 30%. That's not bad.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. You just spent 30%.
All right. 30%.
There you go. That's not too bad. So just when you get your gold, just subtract 30%, and then you can apply that as extra experience points. I'm gonna have to make it because you guys are running out of stuff.
Yeah. So we're not going to be able to figure out how much the book is worth or anything between.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through. I have to figure it out. It doesn't actually say, so I have to look at it. I think it does say, but it's like it's from a different system, so I have to adjust everything. But I will put put the experience points because you'll get. Actually, yeah. Even if you sell the book, whether you sell the book or not, the experience will be the same. It's only the magic items that have a different experience point if you keep it versus sell it. So I'll put that in. Actually, I'll tell you right now what the magic wand is because it doesn't actually matter. It's a wand of magic missiles.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I
useful.
can already tell you, I am gonna keep that.
Useful.
Okay, well, then there you
also
go.
pricey. So
Yeah.
Does it have a certain amount of charges or?
Yep. It will. You don't technically supposed to know what they are, but I will probably tell you because I hate keep track of that. I have to roll it, of course.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll write it down. I write everything
Yeah,
down.
and the way that it works is you can throw up to 5 missiles at a time. I believe I looked at it, but every missile you throw is a charge. So, in other words, you can't be like, well, 5 missiles is 1 charge. It's every single missile is a charge,
Yeah.
and wands get 50 charges. I'll have to look at it. So
you
it's a
can
pretty
use-
powerful magic item. So that's very good, and only used by magicians and their subclasses or people that can do that. Apparently, if a bard can do it.
It says under that it says can utilize magic items normally restricted to magicians except for spell scrolls.
Yeah, so you're good.
So I'm
And
good.
100%.
You're the only one who can use it.
Yeah, I think so. Or the fish lady. If
Euphoria
Crystal
could
Rock.
have. Utopia.
What was
Cool.
the name of this adventure, Daniel, that it's come from?
Oh, this was a Tim Short's adventure, actually.
Oh,
and
was it?
Yeah, it was called, and you didn't encounter it, Ossuary of a Death God. You did not encounter the god. It was down that ladder. You had your chance. Yeah, I actually added a few extra things to it, but yeah, it was basically a Tim Short's adventure. I love his little short adventures. Yeah, they're great. So there you go, guys. This all happened because Rush decided to carouse.
I like that door of many things or many places.
Yeah, it's fun, right? That was super fun. And yeah, I think we're good, guys. I will stop the stream and